We are here at a secret location, and the most loved man in jiu-jitsu is about to join me. It is Brandon McCatherine. It is a very special day. The energy in here, you can feel it. What can you expect from these grapplers for drop day?
Well, I expect to start seeing a little bit of their personality for the first time. We got some super talented dressers. I can see that out there with Chris Olivo. The group chat's been fire already. I told them this is already my favorite roster we've ever had, so I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, we got these stinky jiu-jitsu boys to dress to impress today, so they're ready to go, and they're ready to showcase their skills and why they deserve their piece of $15,000. And we also have some legendary coaches here today. How much of an honor is it to have the legendary roster that we have as coaches?
Well, I feel like we got the best of Las Vegas and the best of jiu-jitsu all represented here, and all from different lineages as well. Mica Cipili, Robert Drysdale, Andy Varela is out there, Renato Canuto. We got PGF veterans. We got PGF champion coaches here. It's going to be incredible. This is my favorite thing in the world. I'm so happy to be here.
And tell me about the decision for that first round pick, how it is going to be an all-out war for the first bid.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of different ways that the coaches could play this. If you've got your guy that you know is the number one guy, you're probably willing to spend a lot more. But what is that going to do to the rest of your roster? So we'll see what the strategy is. Is the strategy to balance your roster with the best overall team that you can get? Or is the strategy going to be to front load it and try to drop everything on that first pick?
Well, we are here at the secret location, ready to go at PGF Season 8 draft underway.
All right. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get this thing going. Let's send it to our MC for tonight, the inimitable Stephen Aiken.
Welcome everybody to the 2025 PGF draft. We're ready to get this thing started by auctioning off the very first overall pick to the coaches. Coaches, we're going to start this bidding at $3,000. For the first pick, we'll have $3,000 for your coaches. Kilo Kings are at $3,000. Anybody else? 3,000, 4,000. First pick overall, 4,000, 4,500. Team Canuto, 5,000. New Hope Kings. You got 5,500. Team Mica, 5,500 for Team Mica. 6,000. New Hope Kings. Coach Varela, he's good. 500 once. 6,000. 6,200. 63. I need 66. He's got it. 67. Somebody say 7,000? You'll say it. 71. Anything else? 73. 7,500. So I need 76. 76. 78. Little Kings are in at 77. Twice. Sold Little Kings 77. Okay. With that, who do you guys select?
Jett Thompson.
Jett Thompson.
No big surprise around the jiu-jitsu community as Jett Thompson is the #1 overall selection. Felt like maybe the bidding was going to be for him directly.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, PGF 6 runner-up. I mean, he was seconds away from possibly beating Andy Varela for that season championship, and that was a much bigger weight class.
Certainly, I think fitting that the first franchise in jiu-jitsu history gets the first selection in the 2025 PGF draft. All right, we're going to send it back to Stephen Aiken with the next athlete.
All right, for our second athlete up from the random order, we're going to bring up Matt Mash. I'm going to Matt, try to have to see if you're there. Give you a quick second to tell them why they should be.
Sure. I'm Mosh. I'm a vet in the sport. I do well under pressure. I compete more times than most of these guys here, and just want to get an opportunity to show them I'm the best in the world.
All right, you guys heard it from the man himself. Anybody want to start me at $1,000?
Yes.
$1,000 Team Varela. 1,500 Team Canuto. 16 at least. 1,600 Team Varela. Canuto. 1,700. Give this man 2,000. Y'all stop flirting. 1,800. 2,000. Thank you. Oh,
22.
you're 22 from his donors. You got 23? 25. He's not playing. Canuto's at 25. Are you in? Once? Twice? Sold Team Canuto.
$2,500, the base salary for Matt Mash, the first member of Team Canuto.
I mean, that's a steal. I mean, you got to think with $15,000, every competitor on average should be about $3,000. They just got a combat jiu-jitsu world champion for a bargain. The last combat jiu-jitsu world champion we had on this PGF was our champion, Ryan Aiken, from last season.
There you go. Set just got better looking. Tim Freeman joins us. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on? It's great to be here. I don't know if I'm hot right now. There we go. Just wrapped up the pre-show. Matt Mash, young gangster, up and coming. Great guy as a first pick. I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
I mean, you got to think he has wins over both J.J. Bowers and Mike John. And again, can't say it enough. Combat Jiu-Jitsu world champion. He was also a runner-up at a different weight class. So he's been through the gauntlet, and he'll do it again.
Well, and you talk about a bargain, right? But early in the draft, you got to keep some bullets there. And 2,500, you know, maybe that slot as being that random selection number 2, maybe a good early gain for Team Canuto.
No, masterful move.
Yeah, I think it's a great first pickup for Canuto.
So Alex Wendling is standing by with the first overall pick, Jett Thompson. Take it away, Alex.
Standing by with your first overall pick. How are you feeling after that? It was a bidding war, 7,700 and on to Team New Hope Regeneration, who was the winners of last season.
I'm stoked for this. 7,700 is a lot of money. I don't think we've ever had that much money before, so I'm excited.
So now you're 18 here in Las Vegas. What are you going to be doing with that 7,700 of cold hard cash?
I don't even know yet. I might fix my car. The check engine light's been on for a while, so probably get that fixed when I get back to Oklahoma now.
Well, that's a very responsible thing to do with your money instead of blowing it all here in Vegas. When it comes to the mentality for this season of PGF, you've experienced the gauntlet in the week form, but now you're going to see it in a 5-week season. How are things viewed at differently for you?
There's gonna be a lot more time to like prepare for who you're like facing next, which I like it, but at the same time that gives them like a lot of opportunity to like prepare for me. So but either way, I'm excited for this season. I'm excited to like see how the week by week's gonna play out, and I think it'll be a good season for me.
And how excited are you to be coached by Robert Drysdale?
I'm excited. One of my first coaches was under Robert Drysdale, so it'll be pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Jett. We cannot wait to see you in action. We'll send it back to you guys.
Let's keep this thing rolling. 2 athletes down, 18 to go. Let's send it. Send it back over to the Dream.
Tonight,
Stephen Aiken.
next up, Brady Branscombe.
Brady, glad to have you here, man. Take a second, tell these coaches why they should pick you.
I come from a heavy wrestling background. I wrestled my whole life, basically, so I'm super used to competing every week. And I'm super hungry. I'm ready to show the world who I am.
All right, let's start the bidding for Brady. $1,000. Anybody have $1,000 for Brady? 1,000 Team Canuto. Anybody got 1,100? 2,000 Team Varela. I need 2,100 Canuto. 2,500 Team Mica. I need 26 if anybody else is in. 3,000 for Brady Branscombe. 31? 31. Hey, he's in it. He's in it. 32? Okay. You got 33? 33? Canuto? Okay.
That's actually Andy Varela.
3,500. Team Varela, 3,500. You got 36? Team Mica's out at 36. Also out. New Hope Kings, out. All right. Brady Branscombe drafted 3rd overall. Team Varela, congratulations.
Definitely had to be the case, right? Trains under Andy Varela, right? Can't hurt your boy by not paying the highest price for him.
But that's part of the strategy, and you're going to see that a lot here, is that you see these other coaches playing with the other coaches because they know that's his guy. You know that he wants to have him on his team. And so they probably extracted a little extra money out of him.
Yeah, I just wonder how that plays into the overall team budget, though. You know, you spend a little extra on your homie and you make him feel good, but what happens when you need a last-minute pick and you don't have enough capital to get the guy that you want?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how these coaches manage their budgets and save that sort of $1,000 left.
All right, guys. Zach's ready for 2025 PGF. Who wants to start the bidding at $1,000? 1,000. Team Mica. 1,100. 1,100 New Hope Kings. 1,200. Team Canuto. 1,500. Team Varela. 16 New Hope Kings. We need 17. 1,700. Somebody want to go ahead and say 2? Y'all are all fighting. 1,800. 19. 2,000. I told you. 21. Anybody got 24, 25, something like that? Or we'll take 22. 21 going once. Twice. 22. Team Canuto. Yeah, 23. Team Mica. 2,300 Team Mica. 24. Okay, 2,300 going once. Twice. Sold. Team Mica. Congratulations, Zach.
So this will be interesting here. Zach Schneider, black belt under Robert Drysdale, will not be coached by him in season 8 of PGF.
Also interesting because he when he was at Drysdale's gym, he used to work out with Canuto because they both trained there. So again, strange that he's going to someone completely different.
Could be a little psychological advantage to draft somebody else's guy, though. Like, I'm going to get in your head a little bit and get your boy on my team and see how you deal with that for the rest of the season.
Well, and as these rosters start to shape themselves out, I think there'll be a lot of conversations we have about local versus traveling and a lot of relationships on both sides, coaches and athletes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to play into the game. It's going to be a big factor.
Standing by with your 2024 Combat Jiu-Jitsu champion, it is Matt Mash. Got $2,500 onto Renato's team. What was going on through your mind when they were bidding for you?
I mean, I was hoping for just either of them to pick me. I mean, I like both their styles, and like, you know, any sort of money to get to do jiu-jitsu is great. So I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm happy about the price.
And before we were on camera, you told me that you were confident you'd be a pretty highly bidded guy. What gives you that confidence? I know you're the Combat Jiu-Jitsu champ, but what is it about your game that is bringing a lot of confidence into this season?
Yeah, I mean, coming off that win, you know, I beat some of the best guys at my weight. And then I continued to fight against guys who were best in the world, Keith Krikorian, and I stood toe-to-toe with them. So, you know, understanding what I'm capable of and what I can do is just a blessing to what can come, and I know I'm going to do well. So, yeah.
And now you have $2,500 as show money with the potential of extra bonuses for some flashy things we could see at the PGF. Do you have any plans for the future with this season?
Just submit guys. I mean, chokes are the most points, so chokes for sure, and just flashy stuff. I mean, I want to get the viewership to enjoy the sport, and, you know, let the people at home and kids at home know that, you know, you can do this. You know, you can be the best in the world no matter where you're from.
Well, we are so lucky to have you part of season 8. Matt Mash on Team Renato.
All right, gentlemen, 4 athletes down, 16 to go. We will send it in to Stephen Aiken. We got one more interview. Alex Wendling, the 3rd athlete, Brady Branscombe, standing by with Alex Wendling.
Well, standing by with Mr. Handsome Brady Branscombe.
We know that the 10 Planet Hendo guys love to pride themselves on their good looks and their ability to become a human backpack. But what else can we expect from the 10 Planet Henderson squad when they come to support?
Always some passion, and you know, we like to get things rowdy a little bit.
Yeah, we definitely know you guys like to start some crazy stuff. I know we probably won't have that level of rowdiness at PGF, but what was it like for you with Andy Varela sitting front row, getting that bid up for you, and now you're going home with a pretty solid amount for showcase?
I'm super happy. I was a little worried that Renato might take it away from him, but I knew he was gonna up it, so that he got me.
Yeah, I feel like a coach could have came in with the mentality knowing Andy wanted you, and then just like keep on pushing it up. But hey, that's better for you. And when it comes to what we can expect for this PGF Season 8, you are one of the most active competitors at 10 Planet Henderson. What do you want to showcase that you've been working on?
I want to showcase just everything that I've always been working on and keep sharpening that and keep the chokes up. I know that that's going to score us the most points, and that's my style anyways. That's what I want to do. So yeah, I'm super excited for this.
Congratulations. We cannot wait to see you in action. We'll send it back out.
So many dynamics with rosters and coaches and athletes, and it's only going to continue. Zach Schneider, who's the fourth one selected, making his way over to Alex Wendling. We're catching ourselves up here, and then we will be a well-oiled machine. So Zach Schneider standing by with Alex Wendling. Take it away when you're ready.
Zach Schneider here, and he is officially on Mica's team, and he had a lot of experience from PGF Season 7. So does that give you a little bit of confidence knowing that you're on the team of a coach with some experience in the PGF format?
Yeah. Mica's a great coach. He's got some experience, so hopefully he knows what he's doing. I'm sure he came in with a strategy. He definitely seemed like he was one of the guys really doing their research as we were coming in, and guys got his background knowledge. So hopefully that team goes out there and crushes.
What was it like for you when they were bidding over you? Do you feel like you like the limelight? Is it a little awkward?
Man, it's a little bit stressful, especially they were like making sure the audio was good. So I'm sitting there in the hot seat a little bit extra long, all the eyes on you. So it's cool. But of course, 2,300 going for a little under that like 3K average. So I know I got some work to do this season in terms of showing out and showing why, hey, next PGF should be going for a little bit more.
100%. Well, you earned your spot to be here. We cannot wait to see what you do. And this is going to be a great season. Is there anything else you want the audience to expect from you for this season?
Expect my matches to be fun, going out there trying to get the kill every single time. And ready to scrap. Excited for it.
Congratulations, Zach. On with the draft.
You can be sure plenty of dollars to be had in addition to the base salary. 4 athletes down. Each team has 1 athlete. We will send it to the man for the 5th athlete. Stephen Aiken, take it away.
We're ready for our 5th pick of the draft. Breaking forward, Mike John.
PGF Season 6 veteran. He won the Las Vegas.
All right, Mike, we're glad to have you here at the draft. Tell these coaches a little bit about why they should pick you.
I've been in the sport for a while. I've done every rule set. I'm going to live in Vegas for 6 weeks to help myself and the team prepare. Fully committed to do whatever I can to win this thing.
Let's go, Mike. Who wants to start the bidding for Mike at $1,000? $3,000, Team Varela. That's what I'm talking about. Who's got 31?
Varela's coming in.
31, Team Mica. 32? The bank's telling him yes. You got 32? All right. The banker's nodding. I see it. Yeah, 32. We got 33. Man. You got 33 for Mike? No? Anybody else? 32 once, 32 twice. So, Mike John, Team Varela.
Pretty good start for Team Varela, and that's certainly what I would want to hear as a coach. Going to be out here for 6 straight weeks. Certainly sounds like the right medicine to take this team concept home.
I mean, right now you have 2 different guys that do kills. Mike John is known for his guillotine. Brady Branscombe is going to find the way to get to the back and get the rear naked choke. Those guys are going to be putting up 6 points every time they get a submission.
Yeah, Mike John is a guy who knows how to score. He has a lot of experience in this format as well.
And like confidence.
For $3,500, that's a good deal for him, too. Like, I feel like that's a pretty good value. Still leaves you room in your budget.
I'm pretty sure he went for $3,200.
Oh, 32.
But you're very right. I mean, just paying a little bit extra, more than $3,000, that's huge. Great pickup.
Well, he's good on a microphone. He'll get another opportunity standing by with Alex Wendling.
here with Mike John. And now you know that your teammate is going to be Brady Branscombe under Ninja Andy Varela. What were your thoughts? Were you hoping that you'd be on Ninja's team?
Absolutely. He's already won the whole thing. I studied a lot of his passing material. I mean, he beat the #1 pick, Jett Thompson, already. So, yeah, this is great. I'm looking to pick his brain, and then also makes things easier. I can straight team plan in Las Vegas. So, yeah, this is awesome. That's actually what I wanted. This is perfect.
And you said you were excited for this season in particular because the last time you were here, you went up a weight class, but now 155 feels like home. What can we expect from you for the PGF Season 8?
A lot of chokes, a lot of finishes. I plan on doing really well this season.
Congratulations. We'll send it back to you guys.
A lot of chokes. We're hoping we see the same thing. Next athlete should be ready. We will send it over to Stephen Aiken.
For our 6th athlete of the draft, JJ Bowers.
The 18-year-old JJ Bowers makes his way.
JJ, very excited to have you here at the PGF, man. Take a second, tell these coaches why they should pick you.
I'm the most physically demanding person here. I'm always in shape, and I can scrap like crazy. I'm just going to bring the heat the entire time for 6 weeks straight. I'm just ready for it.
He's ready to bring the heat. Who wants to bring $1,000 for JJ? Team Mica's got $1,000. $2,000, Team Varela. I need 2,500, Team Canuto. 2,600, Varela. 27. 28, Varela. He don't even care. 29, Canuto. 3K, Team Varela.
Canuto and Varela seem to be going back and forth quite a bit today.
3,100.
These guys are training partners. They're friends. Varela didn't even know Canuto was coaching against him until not too long ago.
He's in at 33. I forgot about you for a second. They were fighting so hard. Anybody got 34? He's got 34. 35? 35. You got 36? You got it, right? Andy? 3,600? 3,700. Need 3,800. Are you good?
I'm the best.
3,800. There's already 38. I need 39. 39. 4K. I need 41. This man's good. Y'all heard it. 41. I need 42. 43. Team Varela. The bank is, the bank's getting tight. They're arguing.
I mean, he uses Danny Gunn to joke.
41 going once. 42. 40. I need 43. He's got 43. You got 44. 44. I need 45. 4,500. Uh-oh. Let's get it. Who's got 46?
A little bit of a surprise that the
going.
bidding's going so high for JJ.
46. 4,600. Team Mica's in the lead. 4,600. I need 47. You got it? 4,700. Team Canuto. 48. 4,800. Team Mica's in the lead. 4,800 for Team Mica. I need 49. 49. Team Canuto.
Ooh, wow.
Who's got 5,000 for the man? Who's got it? Come on, let's just do it. Just for like history. Let's just get this $5,000 man up here. Come on, Andy. You want to pay him? He don't have enough. 5,000? You're 49, right? Y'all have the 49. Team Mica's got 49. I need 5,000. It's only 100 more. You got the 49? All right. 5,000. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. I got 5,000 Team Mica. Are you 51? 5,100 Team Canuto. I need 52. 52. I get 53. What do we? 5,300 Team Canuto. I need 5,400 Coach Mica. 5,300 going once. 5,400. You said 54, right? 5,400. You got 55.
Bowers trained with, eh? Do we know who Bowers
54?
Jay Pages.
Jay Pages out of Arizona.
He's out of Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need 56. 56.
Wow.
But he's a killer.
57?
I mean, the anaconda choke is his specialty. I mean, he goes for kills. So
He's got 56. I need 57. 57. I need 58.
Nice base salary coming from the 18-year-old kid, right?
Right.
58.
Either the word is out on this
57,
kid or these guys have been
58.
inspired to give him a nice little payday today.
A little bit more. You want to say 6 then? Come on. He's got enough? He's got enough.
So currently 59.
I need 6,000 from you.
Jett Thompson's getting a little uncomfortable now. It's getting close to his $7,700 here.
59 going once. 6,000. I need 61.
Certainly setting a market here, though, on the
62. Great day.
Highest pit.
Y'all wildin'. 62. Once. I got 6,100 Team Mica. Twice. 6,200 Team Mica. I need 63 from you. 6,300 Team Canuto. 64.
Steven's in the Matrix right now. I feel like he is just Jedi mind tricking these guys into upping their bids.
Once, 6,400 Team Mica's got it. I need 65 twice. Team Mica. You got 65. He's got 65. Do you have 66? He's got it. 67. 6,600.
Renato's texting his wife right now. Wait a minute. How high can we go on this?
JJ Bowers. Big time.
Team Mica, 6,600.
Mica was not going to let him go. You just got a feeling. And so stoic sitting there, Mica, you couldn't even see him moving as the bids were increasing. But a nice chunk of change as a base salary for JJ Bowers teaming up with Zach Schneider on Team Mica.
Again, he had that viral moment where he put out Keith Krikorian at Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. It was kind of that availability bias. I mean, everyone has seen that moment, and they know he's a killer.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that he went for that high of an amount with so many athletes still left on the board. A lot of these teams only have one guy on the team so far, so they still got some picks to make.
You know, and in the PGF, the budget was 10 grand. That bump to 15 grand is legitimate. So even at Jett Thompson at 7,700, if you play your cards right, you still have some dollars for some guys. Without further ado, JJ Bowers standing by with Alex Wendling. Take it away, Alex.
JJ Bowers, the second highest bidded athlete so far. What was going on through your mind when things started to get up there into the 6,000 range?
I've just had so many coaches tell me they want me, and I knew it was just going to be a barn burner when it came to money, when it came to my name. I just knew I was going to be an exciting person to watch, even just in this draft, and I just know I'm going to keep bringing this heat, and I'm going to show why I'm worth $6,600. It's crazy.
So what is it about your background that you think stood out to these coaches that made them want to bid so high?
Man, I've just been born into this game, basically. I started when I was 5 years old, and that's already 13 years under my belt. That's most than half those guys out there, and I'm still 18 years old, and they see me just putting people to sleep. So, you know, people just want JJ Bowers on their team.
There ain't nothing to it. He puts people to sleep, and he is one of the young guns here to make a statement at PGF Season 8. We'll send it back to you guys.
Just unbelievable how exciting it is building teams in this sport. You know, like I've got 4 teams right now, a couple guys on 2 teams to see where you're going to get teamed up. And even watching some of the athletes meeting each other, greeting each other. Didn't see any slaps yet, but it's just been funny to watch. And I can't wait to see how these teams continue to develop.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. And some of these guys have relationships with each other, and some of them don't. And some of them want to be on teams. They want to be coached by certain guys, but you can't really pick and choose exactly where you come out.
You know, I will say, as we get into this, it's going to be very interesting to see how these 4 weeks from tonight, the regular season begins. So how are these athletes going to be spending those 6 weeks when that regular season begins? All right, 6 athletes down. The 7th athlete will send it over to the Dream, Stephen Aiken.
Our 7th athlete up for the auction, Jordan Wirth.
Currently training out of Extreme Couture, formerly out of 10th Planet Las Vegas.
Jordan, we're glad to have you here at the PGF. If I could, get you to take just a second, tell these guys why they should pick you.
Yeah, I'm always going for the submission. I've got submissions from places that aren't supposed to happen. I catch a lot of guys off guard. I'm very unorthodox. I've been competing in specifically submission-only rule set for like the last 4 years at black belt. I've been doing very well, and I finished a lot of my fights quickly.
Let's go. Sounds like a point scorer to me. Who wants to start the bidding? $1,000. $1,000 for Jordan, Team Varela. $1,100. I need 12. I need at least 14 or something. 1,200. 1,100 is going once. Anybody 1,100 is going twice? I'm about to sell it. Sold 1,100.
Oh, that's a steal.
Jordan Wirth.
That's a steal for Jordan Wirth.
That's insane. Canuto's gone for 1,100.
Canuto got him for 1,100. What a great pull on that. That's a nice job.
It's a great get for a nice job. I like it. And, you know, it is interesting the way this plays out. There are sort of ebbs and flows and perhaps even lulls in a draft, right? So in a situation like this, you see Mica just drop 6,600. Maybe he'd be sitting on his hands a little bit. So maybe that slot hurt Jordan Wirth, but he'll certainly have an opportunity to prove himself.
I mean, right now, Team Canuto's only spent $3,600 and they have 2 great picks. They're setting themselves up to make a serious move at some of these great guys coming up.
And Tim maybe put themselves in position to target someone particular.
Yeah, a lot of these coaches come in with 1 or 2 big names that they're really trying to get, and they don't reveal their hand till that name comes up. But I'm just surprised Jordan went for $1,100. That is a great deal for what he brings to the table.
I love it. Well, he is standing by with the great Alex Wendling. Take it away.
Jordan Wirth in the building. And sometimes with this draft, when you have someone right before you that gets bidded for so much, you don't get what you deserve. But I know that still getting paid to show is one thing. So what was it like for you being up there and being a part of PGF Season 8 draft?
Yeah, you know, it was very interesting. It kind of went, I kind of wish I, got more bids. I figured Andy wasn't going to bid very much on me. So that was, that's understood. I'm glad to be on Renato's team. And yeah, I'm just excited. I was willing to do this for free. I'm used to competing for free. Just to get paid is nice. $1,100 will work nicely. I'll invest it. No matter what. Like I'm just out here. The venue's awesome. It's a great opportunity. I'm going to get a lot of submissions. This is going to be great for my career. I'm just excited.
And this is going to make a great clip. We can pick when you got drafted and then show all the highlights you have and all the entertainment you're going to bring, because it is a funky style and a lot of people are going to tune in just to watch you. So what a statement are you hoping to make at PGF Season 8 with that Jake Shields Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, I'm hoping to show off. Of course, I still represent 10th Planet. I'll always represent 10th Planet. I'm hoping to show off for Jake Shields and Extreme Couture as well. I'm just trying to show off my own brand. I do a lot of things that people tell me, oh, I've never seen this before in jiu-jitsu. And so I'm trying to just push my own brand, get a lot of highlights, get a lot of submissions, catch a lot of people, and get as many subs as I can for the season.
Well, we are lucky to have you here. PGF Season 8. Jordan Wirth is going to make a statement this year.
It's interesting. We look back at the draft in Season 7. A lot of guys trying to get drafted for a small dollar amount to strengthen their team. Jordan Wirth perhaps fell into that spot, unintentionally here, Egg.
And again, Team Canuto has only spent $3,600. I mean, it's only 24% of their overall amount, and they're set up to make a serious run at some of the big names coming up, which we got one pretty big coming up right now.
Yeah, so with Team Mica, Team Varela, Team Canuto, each have 2 athletes. The first franchise in PGF history, the New Hope Kings, sitting on Jett Thompson by himself now. That may look to change here as we send it over to the Dream with our next athlete.
Our number 8 athlete up, Chris Olivo.
PGF.
I'll tell you, a bid on Chris is definitely going to get you a bid on the best dressed man for the draft, potentially the season. He's a real headhunter, superstar caliber player, but I'll let him say it for himself here. Chris, tell him why they should pick you.
Oh, man. You guys should pick me if you want a closer. I don't see myself as ambitious. I see myself as inevitable. And so I'm here to kill everybody.
Let's go. Who's got 1,000 here for Chris? Canuto's in at 1,000. Y'all going to let him steal another one? 1,100. New Hope Kings, 1,500.
Chris is channeling Russell Brand here with his get up today. Yeah.
2,100 New Hope Kings. 22 Team Varela. 25 Team Canuto. You guys know. 2,600 New Hope Kings. 2,700 Team Varela. 3,000 Team Canuto. I need 3,100. New Hope Kings in at 3,100. I need 32. 32 Team Varela. 35 Team Canuto. I need 36. Oh, the banks are looking at each other over here.
PGF Season 7 alumni here. He usually walks around.
3,500 Team Canuto, correct? Going once. I need 36. 35 twice. I'm about to sell it. 3,500 Team Canuto. Chris Olivo. Congratulations.
There's a guy there potentially going to be one of the bigger athletes, could win the whole thing. A nice get there for Team Canuto. And when you watch him compete at higher weight classes, he's going to cut weight once on July 22nd for that July 23rd event, and then it can be wherever he wants.
And even at the higher weight class, he was flying around the mats. He's already dynamic at a higher weight. And so he's still going to be able to keep pace with all these small 155-pounders, even though he's much larger.
Yeah, and that's usually the challenge when a heavier guy drops down is can he keep that actual pace with those little guys? But Chris is also super unpredictable, hard to get ready for.
And Team Canuto at this stage, right, with more than half their budget available, could really isolate one guy at this stage. Well, look at that white mink coat or whatever it is. The great Chris Olivo standing by with Alex Wendling. Take it away.
Standing by with Chris Olivo, got picked by Team Renato. What are your initial thoughts on that pick?
I think it's a good pick, man. I love Renato. I love his style. I love his coaching. I've spent a lot of time with him. I've been training with him for quite a bit of time. I get in a couple days a week with him. So I think it's a good fit.
And you said you were not ambitious. You are inevitable. Before we go into the ayahuasca ceremony, what did you mean about that?
I mean that ultimately my will is going to be done. So, I'm not one of those people that just sits around and dreams. I do things. And so I'm here to execute in the same way that I always do. I've been making people money for a long time, and nothing's going to change this season.
We can't wait to see you represent Potential Jiu-Jitsu. It is going to be an amazing season. We'll send it back to you guys.
So fascinated to get into the minds of some of these coaches, right? The New Hope Kings, you can be sure, know exactly what they're doing with only one athlete on their roster, Tim. But at some point, you have to have a little sense of urgency as these athletes fall off the board.
Yeah, and that becomes a little bit of a challenge. If you save all your money till the end, you might end up paying a bunch of money for somebody that you could have got potentially a better value for or a better pick earlier on in the draft. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. They still got 4 guys, so they're going to have to fill the team.
So there's 2 things to think about here. Team Canuto, the way they've mastered their budget here, they have enough that they could go up to $6,900 on their next person and still have $1,000 left for the last person. So again, they can make a really huge move here. But what we might also see is that if there's a player that comes up that not everyone's excited about, we could see an intentional walk. So in the PGF draft, if each one of the coaches does not want to bid, they can say walk, and then that person goes to the back of the line for the draft.
And potentially becomes Mr. Irrelevant, the last guy taken. Well, top 2 amounts, Jett Thompson, 7,700, JJ Bowers, 6,600. Next athlete is headed over. The Dream, take it away.
We're ready for our number 9 athlete coming to the stage, Robert Blackledge.
Now, he has his black belt under Mica Cipili, so
Good to have you here, Robert.
Coach is going to try
Welcome, man. Take a second. Tell these coaches why they should have you on their team.
I've been on the circuit for a long time. I've been competing for a long time as well. I come from a wrestling gymnastics background, so I have some unorthodox moves, and I'm ready to push the pace on the mat.
All right, let's go, Robert. Who wants to open the bidding at $1,000 for Robert Blackledge? $1,000.
Because I'm broke. Don't look at me, guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I need 1,100.
Mika looked like he was
Bank?
waiting for someone to
No.
start, but
Anybody?
Wait,
1,100. Team Mika's got 1,000 going once.
It's a good
Twice.
pickup for $1,000.
I need 1,100 fast. 1,100. 1,200.
well, and for the coaches at this point,
I need 12 from you,
drive
Coach
Mika's
Mica.
price up a little bit.
1,100.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Once.
And if you end up with them, you still
You're in
get a good
12.
pick
He's in
and
at 12.
value.
Coach Mika's got 1,200. We need 13 from you, Mr. Canuto.
I think
All right, that's once.
What they're trying to do. They're trying to get some more money.
Twice. Coach Mika's got it at 1,200 sold. Coach Mica.
Huge pickup to get his guy at 1,200 right after dropping 6,600 on JJ Bowers.
Yeah, got to tighten the belts a little bit. You've got a good deal. That's when you can go home and tell the wife, "Hey, I got it new, but I got it on heavily discounted at terms."
But at the same time, at the PGF 8 Media Day, they were already talking strategy amongst themselves because you have a master and a student, and so they're going to be able to work together this whole time period on how they're just going to beat everyone else.
Ed, do you expect any trades or any rumblings in any way?
Well, we haven't seen one yet. I mean, in PGF Season 5, we did have a trade between Kevin Sherrill for...
Kevin Buring? Was it Buring?
No,
oh,
it was Kevin
it was
Sherrill.
Kamoy
For
Anderson.
Kamoy, yes. And so a trade is available, I don't know. We might see it. We saw some rumblings last season.
Yeah.
But again, as we to the end of the draft and we have less and less people, and people have more money left, I think that's when you might see it.
Yeah, and I believe there's an intermission at some point, right? A lot of things happen during the break that aren't happening live when the cameras are out. There's some backroom talking, and sometimes things come out a little bit different than they went in.
Yeah, give him a little opportunity at halftime. Well, Robert Blackledge probably very happy to be aligned with his head coach. We'll send it to Alex
Standing by with Robert Blackledge, and you got chosen by your guy, Mica. So what was your instant reaction hearing that news?
I was super happy because I know Canuto was also bidding as well. So it's nice that my professor picked me up. He knows my worth. He knows my game. So it's nice to be able to match up with him. And I live in Las Vegas, so it makes it real easy for me to be here.
Super convenient, easy to stay focused. When it comes to PGF in general, what has been your overall experience this week?
Just super exciting, just leading up into it, just a lot of just kind of thinking about what's going to happen, and it's been super exciting. I just can't wait to get on the mat and now show what I have to do.
We cannot wait to see you in action at PGF Season 8. Robert Blackledge, ready to bring the action.
So these teams continue to be built. The New Hope Kings, who with the number 1 overall selection, Jett Thompson, the lone member of that squad, have to think that whoever's name is called next, New Hope Kings has to be looking to at least make a bid.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some more heat from the New Hope Kings here. They're going to have to put some names on the board.
You know, one thing we talk a lot about the rule set, right? And sort of how we score in this game, right? And it is a game, right? And BMAC, the founder, calls it a game, right? And if you can bring your skills in jiu-jitsu and achieve what you need to in this game, right? So if you're not a finisher, you may sit on the back burner a little bit here, right? You don't get rewarded if you're not finishing these fights.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the next person up, Rafael Ferreira, who won the PGF Las Vegas qualifier, he is a finisher, and I'm betting right now he gets more than $6,000 bet on him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a hot commodity.
17 years old, right? All right. Well, we'll send it in to the man, Stephen Aiken.
Our number 10 athlete up for auction, Rafael Ferreira. Rafael, I'm very excited to have you here, man. Watching your tour through the PGF qualifiers and stuff was really exciting. Besides that, tell these guys why they should have you.
Yeah. In my Vegas qualifier bracket, 9 of the guys, the bracket that I won, 9 of the guys that are in the PGF were there. I personally beat 4 of them. And then apart from that, I beat 2 guys at ADCC that are in the bracket. So I've personally beat 6 of these guys. I'm going to bring something to the team that nobody else can. Not because I'm better than them. I'm just different. I'm going to bring a passion to your team that nobody else is going to bring. Okay. I'm ready to contribute to the team. I'm ready to win you guys some points. And I'm not here for the money. So actually, I'm just excited to be here. Yeah.
We're excited to have you here too. This man's got lots of wins, over a heavy percentage of the season. Let's open the bid at $1,000. Who's got it for Rafael?
How about this?
1,000 Team
17
Varela.
years old on the microphone.
1,500 Team Canuto. 1,600 Team Varela. I need 1,700. 1,700 New Hope Kings are in. 18 Team Varela. Somebody say 2,000 then? Nope. Yeah, 2,000, right? 21. I'm with it. We're just doing these little dances for $100. Let's get after it. Y'all know this guy's quality. He could beat everybody here. Everybody here, even you. He could beat you. Let's go. Let's go.
What's starting to get a little heat now midway through the game?
For you?
Listen to this.
Oh, Andy likes
y'all are at 22? Where y'all at? Who's got it? 22? 25? 25 team. 2,600 Team Varela. I need 27. 2,700. 28. 30. 3,000. 3,000. 29. You got 3,000. You got 31. Okay. 33. Math's hard. 30, 35. 6, 7. 3,700 Team Canuto. I need 38. Coach Varela. This guy can beat everybody here. You heard it.
He's easily worth 4,000 or 5,000.
3,600.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the bid? 3,800. Team Canuto's at 38. I need 39.
He puts a pace on opponents.
I need Coach Varela. I need 39.
Yeah, he's still a really good. If Canuto can pick him up,
$4,000,
even $4,000, it still leaves him a huge
42?
chunk of money to play with to pick that
44?
last guy.
No doubt.
How high will you go? Just go ahead and say your best number. Let's go. 44, that's best. 45. He don't have much more.
Again, Varela and Canuto have been going back and forth all day today on their picks.
45.
New Hope
right?
King's kind of sitting on the side
once?
still. Drysdale's over.
4,600.
Thomas is over.
Team
There,
Canuto.
just kind of talking,
4,700
but
Team
not
Varela,
really pulling the
48.
trigger. It's
4,700.
curious what their
Varela,
strategy
4,800
is.
Team Canuto. He said 49. Do we got 5,000. Another $5,000 man here. Okay, I need 51. Yeah, he gave me a big smile and a nod. He's feeling it. He don't even have to say nothing.
Who comes in and swoops to the end?
51. 50, I need 52 from you, Mr. Canute. He all right? 52, he's in. All right, I need 54. 5,400. He can do it. He can do it. 5,500. He can do it. You got 56 for him, Andy?
He doesn't.
Let's go. 57. You're in. He's in.
Egg is stepping. He's like, I can speak for him. I've actually
He's
keeping
beat
track.
67% of people here. 5,800. 59.
And he's going to have to run out to the car and grab the change from his ashtray right now. He's going to stay in the game on this bid.
I'm sorry. Varela can actually go to 63.
6,000. 61.
And he's going to have to offer his
63.
chain up here if he wants to get this kid.
Coach. Okay. The math's got a math real quick. See if we got 63 from Team Canuto.
He can go up to 69. That's his max budget right now, and still have 1,000 left.
6,300 Team Canuto. 64. They don't even hesitate. 65. How high can you go?
Bro, can't go anymore.
66. I need 60. 6,700. I need 68. 6,800 Team Varela. You got 69.
Egg, you're spot on with your prediction.
You need
He's going for more.
$1,000 for each player. Every player has to have a minimum of 1,000. We need 69.
69.
There's children here. 6,900. He said 69. Is he over?
No.
That is the top.
6,900.
6,900.
That's
You got
how it's
7?
going to go.
7,000. 7,000 for Hafa. You got
can't.
71.
Varela doesn't have that much money.
71. 7 once, 7 twice. 7,000 sold. Coach Varela, 7,000.
The math doesn't work. He's over budget. He can't do it. It doesn't work. The math doesn't work.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we might be bringing...
Gotta back it up. Gotta back it up.
One second.
We're going to bring Doja in to audit the numbers here, make sure this is working right.
Egghead's got a hot microphone.
Hey guys, yeah, I said Canuto, his max was 6,900 because he has to save 1,000 left. Well, Varela has to save 1,000 for his remaining guys, and so if he goes to 7,000, he's busted the budget. That's 15,700. He should have stopped bidding like $600 ago. We've never had this happen.
So what's his max?
So here's the thing, Canuto. So what was his hypothetical max? Varela's hypothetical max was 6,300.
6,300 is the hypothetical.
Was
That's
the
the
highest he
most
could have gone.
Varela could bid.
So he has 2 athletes right now. 3 athletes, right? 3,500.
He overspent. He doesn't have enough money if he does the 7,000.
So you got 35 on Brady Branscombe, 32 on John, right?
Yes.
With the 7,000 there, you're right. He needs 2 more athletes, and he
spreadsheets,
and he only has
Have enough.
The max he could have gone was 6,300. So Canuto should get him at 64.
He's Mexican.
Canuto should get him at 64.
Bingo, baby. Bingo. Things are going to creep and change here. Stephen Aiken.
Okay, everybody, let's have a seat. We got to go over some stuff here really quick. After reviewing some footage and going to the bank, I'm just going to pass it off to the commish here to explain the situation.
Unfortunately, 10th Planet guys cannot do math. So Andy, if you take Hoffa at 7,000, you're not going to have enough to finish out your roster. The max that you can bid, I believe, is 6,300 for Andy. So whoever came in at 64 is actually about to take home Hoffa, and it'll be 64. And I would also like to announce at this time that we will be auctioning off a math tutor for Andy Varela. So
we already have him. It's Egg.
Okay, congratulations, Team Canuto. $6,400, Rafael Ferreira.
Well, I do have a minor in math.
Well, what people don't understand is you have a live spreadsheet that you're punching this information into, and immediately you went into meltdown as soon as he overbid.
Yeah, well, and thank God we have you, right? Frankly, I was only thinking about leaving enough dollars for that for the final slot,
yes.
Right? Whereas you brought up, you got to have $2,000 left for 2 slots. So
yes.
Really interesting the way that shakes out. I have a feeling Rafael Ferreira, we're going to be talking a lot about him and this moment as we look into the regular season.
I think you're right. I think he called his shot today. I think we're going to see this play out through the season.
He is standing by now with the great Alex Wendley.
Standing by with Rafael Ferreira, and what a roller coaster of emotions we just went on. What was that experience like for you? You thought you were going to be on Team Varela. Yep. They couldn't do math, and now you're on Team Canuto.
I don't think either of them could do math, to be honest, but that's not what we're here for. I'm just ecstatic to be here. Like I said, I'm not really here for the money. What was cool is to hear that these guys are worth thinking that I'm worth 7, that they're willing to pay 7, and I'm ready to bring that value to the team. I was one of the later picks, which is completely fine with me. I'm ready to go win it. You know, if we win as a team, then I'm coming out with what, like 8-4, which is more than the other guys got drafted for. I'm ready to win the bonuses. And again, it's not the money. For me, these are just points. This is another competition for me. I'm here to kill it. I'm here for legacy. I don't need the money. I'm well off. I'm going to go to school. This is not what I'm here for. It's not the money, but it's incredible to see the professionalism. I mean, the draft over there, despite the math. Yeah. And I'm just excited. Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited. You know, I'm shaking. It's just so cool to be here. What a cool venue. What a cool organization to be part of.
And the way you handle yourself, for those of you that don't know, he's just 17 years old, and he may as well have been up there with a PowerPoint ready to present why he is so valuable. So I think a lot of people know that now, but you are just purple belt, just 17 years old, and you are up there with the confidence to puff your chest out and say, I'll beat anyone here. So where did that come from?
I mean, doing jiu-jitsu math, I'm better than at least half the roster. And then apart from that, I have a self-confidence. I'm not tearing anybody down. I'm not coming after anybody, but I know what I can do. I train hard. I do things that other people aren't doing. The way I take care of my health, the kind of mental work that I do. I'm doing things that it's apart from the game, and I think I have a big advantage. I think I have a big lead, and we're going to see that coming into the season.
Congratulations, Rafael. We cannot wait to see what you do this season.
If his work on the microphone, if that's any indication of what he can do on the mat, I'm impressed. And he's 17 years old. JJ Bauer's 18, right? Going for 6,400 and 6,600 respectively.
Yeah, his mom shook her head, though, when he said he didn't need the money. She's like, no, no, son.
Exactly. So, Egg, we've a lot of things shaken out. New Hope Kings still down to 1 guy. Team Canuto, 4 athletes.
Yeah, I have to think that the New Hope Kings is probably... I'm guessing they're going after Christos Papadillos and Anthony Molina, 2 very highly regarded grapplers that are coming up. They're kind of in that third quarter of the draft.
A lot of talented guys still available in this random auction. We'll send it back to our guy, Stephen Aiken.
Our number 11 athlete up, Armin Bruni. Armin, very excited to have you here with us this season. Take a quick second and tell these guys why they should pick you.
Sure. Anyone who's trained with me knows that I make every match a grind. I'm stubborn. I look for submissions from everywhere, and the cardio has been top-notch lately. So if you want to pull off a big upset, I'm definitely going to be your guy. And also, since there are so many young guys here, being 32, I'm going to bring some of that old man strength. So, yeah.
Let's go, Armin. Who wants to open the bidding for Armin at 1,000?
I would.
Varela, Team Varela, 1,000. I need 1,100.
I believe Armin is a Zenith guy with Drysdale.
He was under him first. Now he's currently
1,000 going once.
with Chris Alibo at his new gym.
Okay.
1,000 going twice. 1,100. Team Canuto, I need 1,200.
So he was the second pick in the mini PGF season that we did at the
I need
PGF
11. I got
season
11,
8
I need
qualifier in
12.
Las Vegas.
Once. Twice. 1,100 going. 1,200 Team Varela.
New Hope is still sitting tight. I think you're right. I think they have their sights set on specific athletes that they're going to pull the trigger on when they come up in the draft.
I agree.
14 going once. 1,400, okay. You're out. Team Varela, 1,400.
There we go. That's going to help him have more money to bid that on.
And we'll forgive Varela's math as he competes this evening at UFC BJJ, right? Give the guy a break.
So he has some other stuff on his mind?
Yeah. You know I keep talking about New Hope Kings with just one athlete, Jett Thompson, and maybe he will be enough to emerge victorious through the whole thing. But I think at some point, like you said, Tim, it really may be one or two guys they're looking at, and maybe the back half of the roster may not be as solid.
Yeah, we're going to find out. I think they're going to pull the trigger, and we're going to find out.
Armin Bruni is making his way back. It's just interesting when he talks about the man strength, the dad strength. We will see how that plays out. We will send it back to Alex Wendling with the men.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to showcase dangerous game submissions from everywhere. I'm going to come in with really, really good cardio, and the coaches that have not picked me, they're going to regret their decision.
Wow, coming in with a statement for sure. Congratulations. We cannot wait to see what you do this season. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, we are back. I just can't wait to see how this is all going to play out. And keep in mind, right, Team Canuto, unless I'm mistaken, they got one slot left, maybe $1,500 left. So you might want to keep those things in mind, right? And other coaches, right? If they all had egg spreadsheet, they could be looking at the other guys, see where other teams are at and leverage what they have left in their budget. Anyway, the dream is ready with a hot mic with our next athlete.
Our number 12 athlete up, Landon Elmore. What's up, Landon? Excited to have you here, man. Have a seat. Take a second. Explain to the people why they should have you.
Well, I literally just flew here from Arkansas where I won the Enigma 155 title. This isn't any normal title, okay? The 185 champ is Oliver Taza. 170 is Elijah Dorsey. There's Helena on there as well. So this is a legit belt that I just won 2 days ago. To even get here, I had to win a crazy qualifier. I had 3 finals matches, and 2 of them were back-to-back. Shout out Roger Santos. That was sick. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to break. I've fought so many matches. I will never give up. I'm hard to submit. I rarely get submitted. If you look at my matches, I'm always doing the submitting. So I think I'll be a great addition to your team no matter what you're looking for.
All right, we'll open the bidding for Landon at 1,000. Does anybody have 1,000 for Landon?
He's going to go for a lot.
Team Varela's going for 1,000. I need 1,100. 1,100 Team Canuto. I need 1,200 for Landon.
Trains out of King's Wave.
Canuto's got 1,500 left.
1,300.
Yeah, he looks
Canuto's
aware.
in 13. You got 14. Do you want it for 14? We got 1,300 here. 1,400 Team Varela. You maxed out.
Ha!
No, he can go up to 15.
Yeah, he knows.
You guys
I think he said 1,500 in his watch.
So we got 1,400 Team Varela.
15, that's your max.
He's got 15. Hey, the official bank says it. He's got 15.
You could have asked.
Do you got 16 for him? We just got to make sure the math's right, man. People overbid and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen somebody overbid before? 16. Going once, 1,600 once, 1,600 twice, 1,600 sold. Varela, Landon Elmore.
Oh my God. That's an amazing steal. 1,600. I am second tier. The second rounder. Wow.
Well, big get for Andy Varela and puts himself in a whole different position. Now he will have a nice dollar amount. What does he have remaining, Egg, to spend on athlete number 5?
Andy Varela has $5,300 left.
So $5,300 left for Team Varela and $1,500 left for Team Canuto. Team Mica with 3 athletes, plenty of money. And the New Hope Kings, while they spent a bag on Jett Thompson, still slightly under 50% of their budget.
Yeah, but they got to fill 4 slots in. I just wonder if they're going to get one guy and then let the other 3 kind of just like fall into the hands of fate.
Yeah, seems like that's the case. And if we look back at season 7, right, Ryan Aiken was at the end and emerged victorious. Well, he's got a fresh belt on his shoulder. He is standing by with Alex Wendling for his interview.
Here with Landon Elmore. He is a multi-time ADCC Open gold medalist, and you are also representing Kingsway. Do you feel a little bit of pressure coming from a school with such prestige?
Not really. I mean, they're super supportive back there. I feel like that's a big misconception that people have, is that there's so much pressure. I just think it makes it even cooler that I get to compete under that name. So for me, there's no pressure.
And you are a young gun coming into this season. What are you looking to prove against some of the vets of PGF?
I think I was a little bit undersold, so I'm just looking to prove that I'm worth more than what I was got for. I think I'm going to go out there and submit anyone who's in front of me.
And what was your initial reaction when you found out that you'd be on Team Varela? Despite all the math confusion, you were locked in on that team.
I was super happy. I was hoping beforehand that I would be on his team. I think he's a cool guy. I like his style, so it worked out. I liked that I was on his team.
And are you going to be able to just bounce back and forth from Austin, Texas, or are you going to be staying out here for the weeks for PGF season?
I'm going to be staying all 6 weeks in Vegas. Okay, I got a house, so that'll be fun to stay in.
Well, we cannot wait to see what you do this season, Landon. Congratulations. And he has a shiny belt from Enigma that he wanted to show off to everybody. So we can't wait to see what he does this season.
You know, Egg, I will say it has to seem to me that these young kids, right? Is there an element of sort of you don't know what you don't know and you just all guns blazing? Because I think it's fascinating to see some of these matchups where you might have a 36-year-old competing against a 17-year-old kid with far less experience.
Well, here, even though some of these guys are teenagers, the film you have on them is amazing film. So even though they might not have the depth of work, they have the potential, and they all have at least some proven matches, some moments that are amazing.
And we're deep enough in the jiu-jitsu game now that we're seeing a lot of these guys who are 18, 19 years old. They've been training since they were 4 or 5 years old. They have 10, 12, 13 years of experience when they come into this. So yeah, they're young, but they're talented and they have a lot of experience.
A lot of these teams starting to take form. We will send it over to Stephen Aiken for the next athlete.
Number 13 athlete up today, Dom Lobo. Dom, excited to have you here, man. Take a second. Let these guys know why they should pick you for their team.
Well, I've been grappling for 14 years now. I have had like the most viral clip in EBI history. And I'm just going to let my jiu-jitsu speak for itself. I'm just going to be going for kills.
My man's got some viral jiu-jitsu and lots of kills. Who wants to open them up at 1,000 for Dom? You trying to get viral or not?
Boy, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, 1,000? Are we doing a walk?
Might see it.
Are you guys New Kings walk?
So he's coached by Eddie Bravo and Mike John. Mike John sitting on Team
He'll go to the back if you guys don't pick him. He'll be the last guy. A walk. Team Canuto. $1,000 or what? You're going to walk, okay? Team Mica. Intentional walk, Dom. You'll come back up at the end of the order, okay?
So we saw the first intentional walk. Very interesting that it happened with Dom Lobo. I would have thought that he would make a nice addition to one of those teams, but maybe these guys have some specific athletes that they're looking for.
Yeah, really interesting. And the highlight game, right? 20 million views on that highlight. So you can be sure he will be looking to create some magic here at PGF and want to be burning deep to sort of get back at these coaches for not selecting him.
Our number 14 athlete up today, CJ Murdoch.
One of the most experienced on the roster, Egg, yeah?
CJ.
That's right.
Super excited to have you here, my man. Good to see you.
Pedigo submission.
Take a second, explain to these people why they should have you on their team.
I'm pretty sure that most of the coaches have done their homework. They should already know. I'm like twice older than some of these guys, so I've definitely been around forever. Just if you watched any of my matches, you know what's up. So let's go.
Hey, he said you already know. We got $1,000 for CJ. Who wants it? CJ Murdoch, 1,000. 1,000. You got 1,000. Walk. 1,000. Team New Hope. I need 1,100. We got 1,000 for CJ. 1,000's going once.
Oh, it's smart by New Hope.
1,000's going 1,100. Team Mica's in at 1,100. I need 12 from the New Hope Kings. Team Mica's in at 1,100. 1,100 going once. Team Mica has it at 11, okay? Twice. Team Mica sold 1,100. CJ Murdoch.
I wonder if Team Mica was just trying to run up the bid on him or if they really wanted to get him.
It's a great question. And now you look at all the 3 of the 4 teams have 4 athletes. New Hope Kings remains with Jett Thompson on an island.
But again, they've saved their money, so they're targeting somebody, and very soon we're going to see them put some serious money up there.
No question. And that's why you got to love the random auction.
Yeah,
right?
You really do. You really do. You never know who's going to come up next, and so you have to kind of play accordingly.
So with that, Team Mica has $3,800 left to be able to use towards their last pick.
And Varela, 5,300, Canuto, 1,500, and the board, and they really wide open for New Hope Kings.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, the best mullet in the game is standing by with Alex Wendley.
Standing by with CJ Murdoch, and you are representing Daisy Fresh, Pedigo Submission Fighting. What is it like knowing you have those guys' support back home?
Oh, it means everything. Like, he's changed my life for the better so much. So he's given me, like, pretty much everything I have. I have a relationship with my wife that's amazing, a relationship with my brother that's amazing, and Heath has helped me facilitate a life that just makes us all happy. So let's get it.
I love that for you, and I know that now you're on Team Mica. What was your initial reaction when he was bidding for you?
I thought I'd go for a little bit more, but it is what it is. $1,100 is more than I make usually, so I can't complain too much.
And what has this whole PGF experience been like for you? I know you've been to a lot of different tournaments, but PGF, they do it differently.
Yeah, so this whole draft thing's really cool. Just everything's such a cool experience. I'm looking forward to having I think it's 5 weeks of really good scraps, and let's try to make some money while we can.
And we have a lot of youngsters in this roster, but what are you trying to prove out there for the vets?
I honestly, I don't really have anything to prove to anybody. I'm just living my life the way it is. And, I mean, everybody can be happy at no matter what age. The guy that said he was 32, I think I'm like 6 years older than he is. So I don't know, calling yourself an old man makes you an old man. So I feel younger than most of these kids. So it is what it is.
Exactly. I love your energy. We both have 18-year-old energy in here anyway. So we'll send it back to you guys. Congrats, CJ. Thank you.
Going to be really interesting to see how some of these team dynamics shake out with different salaries, right? Different guys with different, different experience. Sort of 17-year-old Rafael Ferreira on the team, right? 6,400, 1,500 there. But as we keep moving things along, we will send it back to Stephen Aiken.
We're ready for our number 15 athlete of the day, Anthony Gojani. Anthony, glad you're here, man. I see you're super confident coming into the season. Tell these guys why they should have you on their team.
I mean, I'm probably like the tallest guy here. I have really strange jiu-jitsu. Like, it's kind of like a bear trap. It'll like fuck your shit up. I made up like this move. It's like a gimmicky move, but like I actually hit kind of good people with it. So it's pretty funny. Like you like meme some guys and shit. Other than that, like, yeah, I mean, I'm Albanian. You know, they don't have a lot of that in the West Coast. You know, it's mostly in the East Coast. You'll have a whole fan base. Like, you guys bring me on your team, you're going to have a whole country behind you. So, yeah, that's basically it. And I get along with everybody on the cast great, too. So, yeah.
All right, we got a team player here in Anthony. Who wants to open the bidding at 1,000? 1,000? No. I don't know, but not worth 1,000 though. Okay. 1,000 for Team New Hope. Okay, that's what I need to know. Is there money or not? Who's got 1,100? 1,000 at New Hope Kings. 1,000 going once. 1,000 twice. New Hope Kings. Anthony Gojani, congratulations.
I think that's a sneaky great get for the New Hope Kings to pair up with Jett Thompson. I think Gojani could cause some problems in this tournament.
Definitely unorthodox, a lot of fun to watch. but also more importantly, by getting him for $1,000, that saves them money because they still have to fill out the rest of that roster.
Yeah, it's a really nice pick for that value, that amount. And you could see the New Hope Kings owner, Kevin Lucas, was like every time it seemed to go going once, yes, going twice. Yeah, he was anxious, like, let's seal this up. I want to get this guy.
I'd be fascinated to know what coaches are aware of sort of the other team's budgets, right? Because certainly the New Hope Kings may have a guy targeted, but you look, Team Canuto with $1,500 to spend, Team Mica $3,800 to spend, and Varela with $5,300. So if they have a guy targeted, let's say Christos Papadelos, perhaps there's only one other team, Team Varela, that could compete with them.
He's going to go for at least $4,300.
Fair. Any other names sitting out there on the board that you think could demand big dollars besides Papadelos?
Anthony Molina.
Most
I
definitely.
think he's the other big name here that we're waiting for.
Gotcha. Well, we will wait no longer. Send it back to Alex Wendling there with Anthony Gojani. Take it away.
Standing by with Anthony Gojani, and I'm going to have to get a box so we can get both of us in frame here. You're going to be able to make the 155-pound weight division, and I think it's kind of interesting that originally you weren't on the roster, but then it got expanded to a longer season. So what was that call like for you when you found out that you would be included in PGF Season 8?
I don't know. That was like kind of crazy. I really couldn't believe it. I don't know. I literally didn't know. I was like really confused. I was like, why is this guy telling me to like come out and live in Vegas for this amount of weeks? I thought it was just weird. I was like, am I going to get like abducted or something? But no, I'm on the PGF now, so we're chilling.
Yes, and now you are going to be representing Team Drysdale, and that is Team New Hope Regeneration Kings alongside the #1 pick, Jett Thompson. So how confident are you in your team so far?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. You know, you just stick me and Jett versus everyone. I'm sure we'll submit all of them. I think I'm definitely undervalued now, but I don't really mind. Like, I really wanted to be on Team New Hope, and like, I don't know, like the gray and the blue and like the people there are pretty sick. They have the Mantis guy, and in future PGFs, I'm gonna sell for like a crazy price. So like, I'll make the money back. You know, at some point. I really don't care that it's solo. At least I didn't get walked like that one guy.
Well, we love how this is just the beginning for you, and you're kind of like a self-proclaimed PGF Elijah Carlton, if you will.
I never self-proclaimed that. I think Egghead needs to get a new prescription on his glasses or hearing aids or something. I literally never said that in my life. Like, that was insane. Elijah Carlton has blonde hair. Like, I literally did look nothing like the guy. I'm Albanian.
Maybe it's just the attitude or something like that. I don't know. Shots fired at Egghead.
Yeah, 100%.
We cannot wait to see you in action. Anthony Gojani coming hard at PGF Season 8.
Anthony Gojani, Egghead has a hot microphone right here.
It's fine. He's a Gumby like Elijah, and he talks a lot of smack like Elijah. So walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Guess what? You're a new Elijah.
I like the heat developing between the broadcast table and one of the athletes competing. Speaking of athletes competing, we will send it over to the Dream with the next athlete.
Number 16 athlete up for the draft, Christos Papadelos.
Okay, let's see who pulls the trigger here.
Christos, glad you're here, man. PGF veteran, first player picked for this season, coming out of last season. Tell these guys why they need you.
Let's get cozy, Stephen. I got a lot of stuff I want to get off my chest, guys. For those who don't know me, thank you. Coaches, my name is Christos Papadelos. I train out of Austin under Gary Tonin, Gordon Ryan, John Danaher, some of the best guys in the world. I first got introduced to PGF when I pulled up to the Austin qualifier for season 7 at 205 pounds. I literally submitted everyone in the qualifier until I ran into my teammate in the final, who's a brown belt world champion, almost. Since then, I've had they're pretty much competing every weekend in 2025, right? I think I have more matches than anyone here, whether it be on the local level, lower level competition or higher level competition in professional categories at hard, international opens. I've been all over competing, racking up as much comp experience as I can to take with me into week 1. Most notably last February at the Las Vegas qualifier. These two gentlemen right here were coaches for a small event. We had the PGF mini season or the PGF scrimmage, an idea Heath Mastery came up and he took the Equinox in the qualifier. I was a part of that at 175 pounds. I was originally drafted by Mr. Drysdale here, and then he traded me on the day of to Andy's team. I came in with a chip on my shoulder and put more points up than anyone on the board. Scoring system is exactly the same, just like it is here, just condensed into a day. I had 7 matches, pretty much half a season in a day, scored more points than anybody. When it came time for the final match and we were down 2 points, I got sent out there and I iced it for my team with a 15-second leg lock against arguably the best leg locker in the scrimmage. Yeah, that's right. So with all that out of the way, I run my own promotion as well. Enigma, we're on the come up. We got one of our champs representing on the roster right here. I've gone as far as changing the whole rule set to my promotion to the PGF rule set because of how much I've fallen in love with it. So I've had the pleasure of watching hundreds, probably even thousands at this point, of matches under this rule set and had the same judges that are going to be judging the season judging Enigma. So I've seen how they're going to call the shot clock. I've seen how to get it turned off. Nobody, I promise you, nobody on this roster knows how to manipulate this rule set and this game like I do. I was invited to be a reserve last season at season 7. I was on this guy's team, Travis, who killed it. The whole team killed it, right? I got to learn a lot about building team skill, building that chemistry and morale throughout the team, and just seeing what it takes to really kind of get to the end. Even though I wasn't necessarily a part of it, I was around it the whole week, and I learned so much being there. All 4 of you coaches and owners, you guys have all been here before the PGF in some capacity. So you guys understand how important it is to have someone with that PGF experience and knows the game and knows what's going on. So I promise you, if you leave this room with me on your team, it will be the best decision you make all season. That being said, I'm not done. That being said, no matter who takes me today, I'm going to be happy to rep you guys, but I'm more honored and grateful and happier than ever to be representing Team PGF, especially with all that's going on right now. I couldn't be more thankful. Keelan, Brandon, everyone behind this thing, I am so proud to be Team PGF, so thank you guys.
Gotta be gentle with my mic, though. Ha! All right. After all that, $1,000. Who's got it? All right. Team Canuto's in at 1,000. Who's got more? 1,100 New Hope Kings. 1,200 Team Mica. 3,000. That's what I'm talking about. No reason to dance around here. Who's got more? 35. Okay. 36 Team Varela. I need 37 at least. I ain't got it, dog. 37 Team Mica.
That's his match.
3,800 Team Varela. I need 39 New Hope.
So Mica
say 4,000. All right, he's gonna go ahead and say 4,000. Let's go.
4,000. All right.
41.
That was New Hope.
41. He's at 4,000. 4,000's going once.
Varela.
What? No, Varela has 5,300.
No, just give it to him. How much is all you got?
53.
300 all in. They're in all in.
No one else can get
300 for Christos.
That's done.
I need 54 New Hope.
No one has it.
Team Mica.
No one has it. He had the most. No one has enough to beat that.
He has the most. 5,300 sold. Christos Papadelos, Team Varela.
Great stuff, Ed, keeping them honest. Despite New Hope only having 2 guys in the last for 1,000, they could not, with 3 slots to fill, afford that price.
I don't believe him.
And we talked about it. It was like making sure you had enough money to get that one guy you really wanted. And, you know, even though they didn't get the Varela early on, they got Christos.
Yeah, and I think if there is one guy that New Hope wants that's still on the board, they're going to have plenty of money to outbid any of the other teams. So they're going to get whatever that guy is. But nice addition to seal up Varela's team there.
And I will say a lot of words on the microphone, but Christos, even being at PGF Season 7, right, he made an impact on the microphone, you can be sure. And he's got another hot microphone. He's standing by with Alex Wendling.
Standing by with Christos Papadelos, and we know that you can execute an Oscar award-winning speech, but now let me flip the script. Describe in one word what this PGF Season 8 is going to look like for you.
In one word?
Yes. See, now he's tripped up. He's good to go on tangents.
It's goated. PGF is number 1 in everything, guys. I promise you, if you're an athlete, if you have not been here before, this is where you need to be. I just, like I said out there, I could not be happier and more honored to be representing Team PGF this summer.
I like that choice. Goated. And now you're going to be representing Team Andy Varela. 5,300, quite the payday. But you also have other things you got going on as well. Founder of Enigma Jiu-Jitsu. So tell me about what it's like for you being able to balance being a promoter and then also competing at the highest level.
Yeah, it's really cool because you see so many, you get so many looks with people that you might not see otherwise. I've had so many of these guys. I mean, I feel like more than half the roster has been on Enigma or an event that I've been there to stream before. So I feel like I have a little bit of a different perception than most of the athletes here. But regardless, everyone here is a killer, and I'm just happy to be a part of this.
Congratulations with a great take-home pay, base pay for Christos Papadelos. We cannot wait to see what you do PGF Season 8.
Thank you, Alex. So there is one team, full Team Varela, Brady Branscombe, Mike John, Armin Bruni, Landon Elmore, and Christos Papadelos. So that team is full egg. What do you think of the squad?
That's a phenomenal team. Christos is top tier. Mike John and Landon Elmore are right there after him. I think Brady Branscombe's going to get a lot more kills than people think about with that wrestling background. He's going to make people stall. He's getting in that referee position. He's going to choke them out. And Armin Bruni, rounding it out, that's a solid team.
So only a handful of athletes left. We will send it to the front of the stage. Back to Stephen Aiken for the next one.
Number 17 athlete up for the day, Anthony Molina. Anthony's a PGF vet, lots of kills. Tell these guys why they need you on their team.
I am definitely one of the most dynamic and dangerous competitors of the whole season. I won the qualifier in Decatur, Alabama to get here. I train with some of the best in the world at the B team, and I got some people I gotta take care of back home. So I'm here to break people and get paid. Not necessarily in that order. By the way, it's Molina Valdez, Molina. Fix the spelling.
I didn't spell it, but I will. I'll make sure. I'll get it right for you, dog. I'm scared of the way you said that. Somebody pay this man some money. $1,000 for Anthony. $1,000 for Anthony. Molina Valdez. 1,100. You got 12. 1,200. I need 13. 1,300. I need 4. He's got 14. Y'all got 15. Yep.
Yeah, New Hope. New Hope is going to go in on Molina.
13 is what you got? They got 15. You got 16?
He does not.
So they have the 15. Yep. So 15, Team New Hope Kings, Anthony Molina Valdez.
What a steal. They might... We still have Juan Martinez. Wow. We still have John Chandler in the draft. Both those guys are good pickups. I think New Hope has a strong chance to round out their roster with those two guys.
You know, it's great stuff. It's interesting. Dom Lobo, the guy that's walked, it'll be interesting to see what dollars end up coming his way as the last overall pick, depending how this shakes out. But it's just so exciting to see a franchise in jiu-jitsu, to see the New Hope Kings jerseys. For you, been in the sport for such a long time, has to be very cool.
It's insane that a jiu-jitsu team sold for 7 figures. Just to hear that, I had to read it again. I'm like, is this right? It is right. It's an amazing time. It's a real privilege to be here and to see this.
It's unbelievable. And you listen to even Christos Papadelos talking about adopting the rules to his promotion. I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what does. So Team Canuto, 1 slot left, 2 slots left for New Hope Kings, and 1 slot remaining for Team Mica. Anthony Molina Valdez standing by with the great Alex Winley.
Standing by with Anthony Molina Valdez. And wow, you had to do a little correction of them. They didn't spell your name right. You got to let them know.
It's like 2 last names, so the chances for people to misspell it is like greater. I don't really mind that much. I just thought I'd say it just because, just add that extra thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to be on this season. I was on the last 55 season. I think that was 2023. I might be wrong, but it was the most fun competition I've ever been a part of. So I was really happy that I won the qualifier and got on this. So yeah, I'm just excited to do jiu-jitsu at this high level.
And now you're going to be representing B team as well. So what have you been able to learn from them, and what do you plan on imposing this season?
They beat the shit out of me on a regular basis, especially guys like Ethan and Damien, and every once in a while I'll get a roll with Nick Raw when I'm feeling really masochistic. But yeah, I've gotten a lot. I've learned a lot from those guys. I went back home. I applied a lot of those skills, and I'm going back to Austin in preparation for this season.
And what was your reaction knowing that you were on New Hope Regeneration, the people who won the last season? Do you think you guys are going to be carrying in that momentum?
Yes, we have Jett Thompson on our team. So I feel I'm going to do my part to, again, break and choke everybody that's in front of me so we can get the money, or we can get the kills to get the money at the end.
Well, we can't wait to see it. Ant Molina Valdez, he is coming in with a powerhouse of a team. We'll send it back to you guys.
Now, Molina Valdez did win the PGF Season 8 qualifier, but 3 matches did go to decision. But all he does is win, right? He also won the qualifier in Season 4, too. So gotta love just a winner on your squad if you're New Hope Kings.
He was already a leg lock sniper before he went there, but then he went to B team. He's been just surrounding himself by the best. You think he is coming in here with a lot of momentum?
4 athletes remain. Without further ado, send it over to Stephen Aiken.
Our number 18 athlete up for the day, Juan Martinez. Juan, you're another super exciting PGF veteran we've had before, qualifier winner. Tell us why these guys need you on their team.
Well, I know this rule set really well. In the Vegas qualifier, I got 3 submissions under a minute, so that would give me the bonus point. And even submitted JJ over here. He went for a lot of money, so I was under a minute.
Hey, he's got some wins over some high dollar athletes here, is what he's saying. That's all he's saying.
Bid amounts are playing.
He wants to open up for 1,000 for Juan Martinez.
Competition between the athletes.
Oh, no question.
1,000 for Juan. Team Mica's got 1,000. I need 1,100. New Hope Kings got 1,100. You got 12? 1,200 Team Mica. 13 New Hope Kings. And he's got 15. I need 16. New Hope Kings at 16, 17, 1,800.
I mean, if Mica wants it,
1,900 for New Hope Kings, Team Mica.
Yeah.
2,000. 2,000. New Hope Kings, 2,100. 2,500 Team Mica. 2,600. We got 2,800 from Team Mica. I need 29 New Hope.
Yeah, Mica knows what.
2,900. Team Mica, I need 3,000. 3,000 from Team Mica. 3,100. Need 32. 3,200 for Team Mica. I need 33. 3,300 New Hope Kings. Need 3,500 Team Mica. 3,600 New Hope Kings.
Say again.
Who has the deep?
3,700 Team Mica.
New Hope and Mica.
New Hope.
He's
right
at
now.
38. I need 39. Team Mica.
He doesn't have 39.
38.
He knows. 38.
Wait a second.
Mica can't bid any. He only has 3,800 left, so he doesn't. They win.
So
New Hope. Do they just put
I don't know if
3,800?
that's possible.
It is.
JJ can give up $100.
What? What?
Oh, I think what was happening is JJ said he would give up.
Hey,
some
I don't
of
make
his
the rules. I'm just
salary
asking if they can do it.
for Mica to bid on him.
That's a commissioner question. That's not us.
Can JJ give his money to his team to help? JJ wants to donate to the cause. He thinks Juan's worth it here to Team Mica. That's
Really
a team player.
interesting
That's a team
strategic
player.
play,
Commish.
And I see the PGF leadership
We gotta
occurring, and I see some thumbs up.
JJ Bowers is giving up at least 100.
To
100.
up with a guy who choked
Okay.
out.
So 3,900.
Where's the bid at right now,
So
Ed?
3,900 to Mica. Mica's at 3,900. 3,900.
3,900. 3,900 at Team Mica.
Yeah.
I need 4,000, New Hope. Okay, we got 100 from Jett from New Hope. They're at 4,000. I need more money.
Right.
First time in PGF history we got
That's
athletes
it?
contributing dollars. I love it.
Yes.
Is that facts?
But this goes to show you, if you're at home, how important it is
I'm not doing
for
anything.
some of
I'm
these
just telling it.
athletes to be on the team with certain guys. There are some guys.
So we got 3,900 then on Team Mica.
And sometimes it's because they don't want to fight each other.
No doubt.
I thought New Hope was at 4,000.
Jett, is that fact? Okay.
So we got a lot going
JJ
down.
said he'll give
I
up
think Jett
500.
is giving $100 to New Hope.
So does that make it
Kings,
4,500
and
then
Bowers
with
is giving
JJ's
$100
500?
to Mica.
4,200. If JJ gives up 500, that means that they can
That'd be
go up to
only
4,200
more, right?
They could go to 4,200.
4,200 Team Mica. That's taking the 500 from JJ. Do you have 43? JJ and Team Mica, 4,200. Congratulations, Juan Martinez.
So, Team Mica, I feel like they stole Juan Martinez from New Hope. I think New Hope Kings wanted Juan Martinez.
I agree. Fascinating to see how that took place and the rules changing on the fly. I just gave, talking smack to JJ Bowers, who he choked out, and JJ Bowers turns around, gives him $500 to knock him up on the team. I love it.
So he said 4,200, but if he gave him the whole $500, it should have been 4,300.
4,300. So final, JJ Bowers takes $500, goes in the pocket of Juan Martinez the fifth.
Yes.
And he is 4,300. Wow.
It just goes to show you, if you have a good idea that hasn't been done before at the PGF, just try it, see what they say. It could get shot down, but it could work. And I think Team Mica just pulled a coup here against New Hope Kings and set their team up for the rest of the season.
Gotta love it. Juan Martinez standing by with Alex Winley.
Standing by with Juan Martinez, and I just asked him how much exactly did it get up to, and he's like, I don't know, it's all a blur, but it's over 4,000 that you're getting just to show up and do jiu-jitsu. How does that feel?
Feels great, honestly. That the sport a couple years ago probably wouldn't have been able to do that. So I'm really happy that we can do that now.
And it was JJ Bowers who was even offering to take some of his pool and give it to you. That is a guy that you have a win over. He wanted you on his team. Do you think he's trying to dodge you when it comes to rematching with you?
I'm not sure, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm happy.
And how set are you on making it into the playoffs this season?
I'm super set. Looking at the roster, honestly, I think I'm going to make it. I'm pretty confident.
We cannot wait to see what you do. Congratulations, Juan. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you.
All right, we got three athletes left. Brady Hilton, John Chandler, and Dom Lobo. Obviously, the intentional walk, so he will come back around. It's starting to get tight here. Really, a lot of moving parts here at this stage, Tim.
Yeah, there is. And if you don't spend all your money as a team, right, and you're the last guy, Lobo could actually come in and get more than what maybe he would have gotten, just because that's what they have left.
No question about it. We will send it back as we keep things moving along to the Dream, Stephen Aiken.
Roll on with our 19th athlete of the day, Brady Hilton. Brady, excited to have you here, man. Little controversy going on. That's got nothing to do with you, though. Tell these guys why they need you on their team.
All right, guys. I did 3 qualifiers, so I know this rule set. I don't even think I had a stalling warning. So I keep pace at all times. Every single one of my submissions that I've had, for the most part, have been within a minute. So I'm here for the kill. I'm not here to mess around. I know these guys are well known, but I'm here to just jump up on them. So.
Hey, let's go. He's going to get that extra point for you guys, getting those submissions in under a minute. We're going to open the bid for $1,000 for Brady. Who's got it? Team Canuto's in at 1,000. I need 1,100 for Brady. I'm not even look at you. You out.
So Team Mica, Team Varela, both full.
1,100?
Correct.
No?
Yes.
1,000 for Team Canuto? You have it.
You might as well just give him the 15.
Is that maxing you out? 1,500 for Brady. Brady's got 1,500. Anybody got 16?
Brady's a good guy to throw out there.
15 once.
To force the other team
Twice.
to throw up a 0.
Brady Hilton, $1,500. Team Canuto.
Right. He might not give him a ton of points, but he doesn't give too many up either. So
this is fascinating the way this has turned out. As Brady Hilton completes Team Canuto, we have 2 athletes remaining, John Chandler and Dom Lobo, and unless I'm mistaken, both will fall on Team New Hope Kings.
That's correct. They're the only ones with any roster spots open. They have they have the 4,800 left. So I don't know how they're going to break it up, but they got 4,800 between the 2 of them.
It'll be interesting to see how the commissioner handles this, if each guy gets 2,400, or we'll see where it goes. But New Hope King, certainly their strategy in getting Jett Thompson maybe perhaps left the back end of their roster, less desirable. But you never know.
I think they waited too long. You could wait a little too long, and then somebody pulls a move, especially the Team Mica move. I think that really threw them off their course for what they were trying to do.
Let's send it back once again to Alex Wendling with Brady Hilton.
Representing Atlanta, and now you're going to be representing Renato's team. What was going on through your mind as you're later on in this draft pick?
100 miles an hour. There's so many things going on out here. I'm pretty sure Anthony Gojani is going to fight Chris Olivo at some point, so that'll be fun to watch. Travis is really mad because somebody messed with his bidding, so I thought that was great. So I've just gotten to spectate this whole time, and then I just got some money, so I'm happy.
I love it. I love your breakdown of the action that we've seen. We know that you love your cats. So if your cats are watching from home right now, how proud do you think they are of you?
Oh, she's probably dancing up and down right now. She's like, I'm going to get so many treats. Yeah.
We cannot wait to see what you do. Congratulations, Brady.
So much.
So I guess his cat is happy for him at home. The commissioner has crept around with Zoltan Bathory. A lot of moving parts here right now. So we got 2 athletes left, John Chandler and Dom Lobo. I believe we're going to send it over to Stephen There we go. The commish. B-Mac, take it away.
All right. After further review, with this unexpected strategy that just laid out. That's okay, JJ. I love you. I love you exactly the same, even though that was stupid. I'm just kidding. We're not going to allow the refinancing deal. We're going to make that. We're going to go back to the board and do that pick one more time.
So we're going to reset to.
We're going to reset back to Juan Martinez. Yes, we are. Official calls. Juan up at 1,000. Let's do it.
All right, I need
Brady Hilton's
number 18, Juan Martinez. One more time.
I think it's definitely the right decision made by the commissioner. You know, Tim, you were talking about, hey,
man, welcome back. Welcome back.
That point was well taken.
All right, we're going to open the bid for one.
I mean, I think so, especially if I was the new Hope team. I would have been pretty upset. Very unorthodox.
Once.
And if you could borrow
twice
from athletes who already
sold, then Martinez to the new
it's a disservice to the other teams that bid for that athlete.
Fair. I think that was great the way Brandon rectified that in the moment, because ultimately I think that did perhaps get in the way of the competitive process a little bit. No more. And your point is very well taken. The first franchisee in the Professional Grappling Federation, we're not going to do them like that, if you will.
Yeah, he's like 7 figures, man. Come on.
Right. So, Egg, you're trying to wrap your head around all this. Any thoughts?
Yeah, you got some scrambled eggs over here, but it's okay. So Team Mica still has $3,800 that they can spend on their last pick. So essentially, they get to pick whoever they want left. New Hope Kings, the max they can do is 1,000. That's maxed out. So really, you know, Mika's in the driving seat for whoever he wants coming up. Canuto is in second with 1,500. And New Hope has 1,000, and we'll just see who they want.
And every athlete is going to face every athlete that is not on their team. So JJ Bowers, Juan Marquez will face again. All right, Stephen Aiken, your mic is up. Oh, no, we're going back. Excuse me. We're going back to Alex once again. Not quite yet, though. We're going to stay up here, boys. So John Chandler, Dom Lobo, the 2 guys remaining on the board.
Ana Martinez back here again, and they decided that we could not do some refinancing. And now you're on team at New Hope Regeneration. So what was your ideas on what was going on with the refinancing and all that to begin with?
Honestly, I had no clue what they were going to do. I was like, this is crazy. But I don't know. I'm happy with either team, so it's good. I'm just happy to be here, honestly.
And now you're on the team that won last season, and they're coming in with a lot of experience. What is your initial reactions knowing that you're going to be carrying a lot of momentum from last season's team?
Yeah, I'm happy about that for sure. I'm sure they'll know like all the good strategies, and Robert Drysdale's really good coach, obviously. So yeah, really good to be on their team.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for being patient while the chaos was ensuing. And we'll get on with this draft.
You know, that'll be the match that I have circled, JJ Bowers, Juan Marquez. But, hey, maybe they fix a little dynamic. JJ Bowers, right, was talking mess in the crowd and threw him some money. So those guys probably connected in a different way, but I'll be looking forward to that match, you can be sure.
Yeah, and I think these guys, they know how much they went for, and they know what the other guys went for, and they're going to bring that energy to the matchup for sure.
No question about it. So
we reset the clock, so to speak. So now we're going to go back to Brady Hilton and the Dream.
All right, we'll bring back up number 19 athlete Brady Hilton. I mean, we already kind of know what's up, right? We got Brady here. He's been in the qualifiers. He's scored a lot of points. He gets them fast. He'll kill some people. How much you got? $1,000 for Brady? 1,000 Team Canuto?
So Mica's got 30.
1,500 left. Same yes. 1,500.
15.
Once, twice. Sold. Team Canuto. Brady Hilton, 1,500.
So Renato Canuto fills out his roster with Brady Hilton.
Now, Brady was on Team Mica, right? Was that who got him originally?
He actually went to Canuto.
Oh, so he just went right back to him.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So 2 slots remain. John Chandler and Dom Lobo yet to find homes. New Hope Kings 1 slot remaining. Team Mica 1 slot remaining. Mica has 3,800 to spend. How much does New Hope
Just
Kings
1,000. So Mica gets whoever he wants.
So John Chandler will make the walk, if you will, first, and that will determine. We will send it over to the Dream.
All right, we'll rep our number 20 athlete of the day, John Chandler.
Shout out the MMA standout, John Chandler, by the way.
John, I'm excited to have you here, man. PGF veteran. I know you've been looking forward to this moment. You were placed here 20 by random, not because that's where your skill set's at. Tell these people what they need to know.
Yeah, I've been wrestling most of my life. I'm an undefeated MMA fighter. I got some combat jiu-jitsu experience. I just traveled overseas to compete in Kazakhstan at the World Championship for grappling, and I'm ready to come in here with the crazy pace and bang on some fools' heads and get some highlights.
Hey, let's go. We're going to open the bids at 1,000 for John. Anybody got 1,000 for John?
Chandler's great.
Team Mica.
John Chandler is a great addition to Team Mica.
Is this the last athlete you guys have?
So if you're Mica, you just
give him the 3,800.
3,000.
Just give it all to
John Chandler.
That's right.
3,800 for John Chandler. Let's go. Congratulations. Team Mica.
And that means that Don Lobo goes to New Hope Kings for 1,000, and we have a roster.
And Tim, what we were talking about earlier, John Chandler, right, being in that 20th slot, right? If we fast forward to PGF Season 9, being in that 20th slot may not be the worst.
Yeah, right.
Could be some funds left over.
Yeah, he did not too bad. And, Mica's team, it shored up pretty nicely. I know that he had Juan Martinez, but even when they recalled the trade, Mica was just kind of like knew that he got away with something. I was just kind of watching his body language, and he's like, okay, you got me. I'll get someone else.
Fair. So Dom Lobo completes the team of the New Hope Kings.
That's correct, sir. So right now they have Jett Thompson, Anthony Gojani, Anthony Molina Valdez, Juan Martinez the fifth, and Dom Lobo.
All right. Well, for now, we're going to send it back to Alex Wendling with John Chandler.
With John Chandler, who said that he is a grown man with responsibilities. You look like you have a baby face, though. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, well, that calls for a lot of things to pay. Rent, different things. How are you going to be spending the money that you made here at draft day?
Yeah, so I've actually been driving my coach's car for a while, and we came to an agreement on how much I got to pay him. So, I'm going to get some new tires, pay for my car, maybe pay some of the credit card bill that I have. That really helped me to be able to train when I didn't have the money and I was living in the gym. So to finally get on top of all that stuff is a huge opportunity. So when he said 1,000, I was like, fudge, I'm not going to be able to pay for nothing with that. But 3,800 feels a lot better.
Well, it sounds like you're coming into this season with a lot of motivation to get some bonuses in PGF Season 8. So what can we expect out of you aggression-wise?
Yeah, for sure. When I found out that I was the last person to get picked, I felt a little fire burn inside me because I was like, oh, okay, like they're sleeping on me, like they don't know what I'm capable of. But then I found out it was random selection, so that eased it a little bit. But still, I'm coming in ready. I'm gonna keep a crazy pace, and that's all I want to do is just be nonstop the whole entire time, kind of like Andy Varela. Be the white Andy Varela out here.
Oh hell yeah! Just self-proclaimed white Andy Varela, but you are on Team Mica. What can we expect? I know Mica is coming in with some of the most experience coaching-wise. So does that give you a little bit of confidence going in that you bring the skill set, but you also have a coach who will be able to play that strategy?
Yeah, for sure. And I met him at the PGF Season 6, and he was super nice and treated me with respect and stuff. And so that means a lot coming from someone who has the skill and the level that he does. Sometimes people will just look at you and shrug you off. But already knowing that he has a lot of respect, I'm excited to be on his team.
Well, congratulations, John Chandler, a.k.a. the white Andy Varela.
So Dom Lobo will be part of Team New Hope Kings. I think that $1,000 he walked, he gets to the back of the line, but you can be sure he'll be motivated. It's going to be very interesting to see how the dynamics shake up with these base salaries. Where certain guys come into camp, your salary may be $6,600, the guy next to you with $1,000, and by the end of the season, I think some of those things may have evened themselves out. So, Egg, you look at these four teams. Any team stand out to you as the early favorite on paper?
Well, they've been jawing each other at each other for the whole draft. Team Varela and Team Canuto. I think those are the top two teams. Varela is led by Christos Papadelos, Landon Elmore, so two Kings Wave guys. You got Mike John on there, the awesome veteran. That's gonna be tough right there. Team Canuto, though, come in with Chris Olivo, Rafael Ferreira, Matt Mash. Man, that's a trio to watch out for. And you got the X Factor Jordan Wirth in there and Brady Hilton. That's a good team.
So, Tim, as you look at the board, there's a lot still to shake out, but are there any fights, any matchups that jump out at you? I know everyone's going to face everyone that's not on your own team, but any fights that jump out to you as one you can't wait to see?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Jett Thompson and Matt Mash meet up on the PGF mats. I think that's going to be a barn burner. Same goes for guys like JJ Bowers. I want to see these young guys, 17, 18, 19 years old, get out there and show out to the whole world and show them what they can do.
Dom Lobo, I think we're going to head over to Stephen Aiken and get him in front of the building. The dream.
Our final athlete of the draft, going into the New Hope Kings, Dom Lobo.
Potentially going to create another viral highlight.
He's going to come in with a chip.
Mr. Irrelevant here, no doubt.
Sorry, but yeah, he's going to come in with a chip on his shoulder for sure. He was surprised that he got walked.
No question. And joining the first franchise in jiu-jitsu history, the New Hope Kings. And for those of you who don't watch the National Football League, Mr. Irrelevant is the last player taken in the NFL draft. So that is it's a term of endearment to an extent. And you can be sure we will hear from Dom Lobo. Egg, you had talked about some of the highest bids in PGF history. Ryan Aiken, Renato Canuto, Varela, PJ Barch. When you look at this board here, obviously the budget increased, but we got some big bids, big names adding to those existing big names.
Yeah, so two of our coaches right now, Canuto and Varela, they've tied for the most in history as far as percentage-wise. They both have $5,300 out of a $10,000 budget, so 53%. Then you had PJ Barch and Ryan Aiken both coming at $5,200, and right behind them, Jett Thompson with that $7,700. Now the way at $15,000, that's 51%. Still very, very healthy.
Well, we already see that chip on the shoulder of Dom Lobo. He's standing by with Alex Wendley.
Come closer. Standing by with 10th Planet Orange Belt, it is Dom Lobo. And Dom, you are worth $1 million. I just want you to know. But we didn't have the $1 million in our budget. What was your initial reaction now that your team is chosen?
Well, no, even though I got pushed back to like the last person to be picked, that drives me more to want to tear everybody's heads off. So yeah, it definitely gives me a lot of motivation, and they got me for a steal. So I'm all gonna say that they got me for a steal. I'm not gonna disappoint.
And I think the greatest thing is that when people get taken for steals, that just shows that the team is really made up of some killers. So yourself is a killer as well. What do you hope to showcase to the PGF Season 8 world this season?
Well, it's hard to really say. I'm just excited to just show everything in my arsenal there.
We can't wait to see it. This is an Eddie Bravo brown belt. Thank you so much for the time. And this draft has been absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for all that you've done to be here. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, I, for one guy, I'm be rooting hard for Dom Lobo all season. You can be sure. Let's send it over to the man, B-Mac on the mic.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming out for the draft today. I really think that the PGF is something very special. I think we're trailblazing in ways that have never been done in our sport. And I want to say a special thank you to Zoe, to Heather, to Keelan, to all of our staff, to our wonderful commentary crew, to our pre-show crew, to our coaches, to our athletes, to Kevin and to New Hope specifically. I think that PGF Season 8 is going to be a revolutionary moment in the history of our sport. I think it's going to, I just don't think that anybody's going to be able to keep up with what the PGF is doing after this is over. And I just want to express my deepest and sincerest gratitude and love to all of you. And we're going to have an amazing season. Coaches, grab your team up. We're going to do some team pictures. Let's get Andy's team done first. Raph will have directions for you on where to go. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're on the broadcast, stay with us. We're going to hit the pre-show, post-show. Thank you so much. PGF Season 8, July 23rd, opening day.
Can't wait to break all of this down with you boys. So 4 weeks from tonight, regular season week 1 begins, which will start 5 straight Wednesdays of regular season Professional Grappling Federation World. I just can't get enough of it. And then the finale on September 10th. It's just going to be absolutely electric. And the gauntlet that was season 7 in past seasons, where you have the draft on the Sunday, Monday through Thursday, 120 matches, and then the playoff Friday, no more. A totally different schedule, a totally different dynamic for the fighters and coaches. Egg, you've been part of this game for a long time. Nobody knows more about this stuff than you. What do you expect in this regular season juxtaposed to the seasons of the past?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about the fantasy aspect, because fantasy.pgf.world is live. You can go there, you can register, and guess what? With a whole week in between, we can do some real analysis. We're going to see the schedule come up pretty soon and know who's going to face who, but we're going to have a whole week to digest what happened after the day 1. Okay, and reset for day, the second week, and we will talk about it, make some real analysis. I'm just pumped. So go to fantasy.pgf.world. Hey, you might even have a chance at beating me. Not really, though.
Well, in the fantasy league, Egg and I were part of the fantasy corner last year, right? But it's a whole different level. BMAC has become an expert coder. It's a whole different level. This fantasy league is going to be incredible, and it will give a lot of interest, I think, as we go through the weeks, right? With the gauntlet in the past, right? It's almost like you can't catch up with yourself, where we are going to have a chance to take a breath Thursday morning, see where we're at, see where the health is at. Tim, I want to ask you, you know a lot of these athletes. Some of them are going to be, they've talked about getting houses together, being out here for all 6 weeks. For those athletes that may be traveling, like me, to get out here every week, that definitely adds a whole nother layer to this.
Yeah, I really think the role of the coaches and the guys the coaches bring with them, it's going to be much more significant now, because you're going to have to create an identity with this team. You're going to need chemistry. You're going to need to be organized. You're going to need to know where your athletes are, if they're in Vegas, if they're not in Vegas, are they getting their needs met? It's going to be a real important factor as we move forward. It's no longer an Ironman. Now it's stretched out and it's a campaign. Can you manage this campaign for 6 or 7 weeks with this group of guys?
A great way to put it. And in your mind, Egg, do you think the quality of the jiu-jitsu, you talk about these this team concept, right, where you have these relationships. These guys are going to get to know each other over the next 4 weeks, when the gauntlet in the past was 4 days. So do you think maybe the quality of the jiu-jitsu, things may change based on the new format?
I think it's really exciting because, one, if somebody does get a pop or some sort of injury, they're going to have a whole week to recover. So that's going to be huge, keeping people in the game. But also, these guys are going to be able to talk to their coaches. They're going to have a whole week to think about who they're up against next. So instead of having, maybe 16 hours between when you stop your last match and the next match starts, now you're going to have a whole week to game plan, to strategize, to drill. So, the level of jiu-jitsu should only be elevated.
Some of these fighters, I think John Chandler was talking about going to Kazakhstan, right, and traveling around. And the guys that are not local, it wouldn't surprise me, Tim, if the coaches are having conversations right now saying, all right, where are you at? How do we get you out here? And forget even for those 5 weeks. How about the weeks leading up to week 1 to put yourself in the best position to succeed?
Yeah, I think the coaches are definitely going to make a play for that and kind of see if they could figure out how to accommodate these guys and get them out here. And listen, the fact that there is a week, before, if you had a bad night, we saw this with, I think it was Brad Snyder. He got submitted 3 times in the first night. You could get it back the next night. Now you got to stew on it for a week.
Brad Schneider's a great example. He made an impact. He was the forgotten guy, and he made an impact and was part of the winning team in season 7. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this all shakes out. I really do believe, Brandon has said over and over again, this is kind of like season 1. And as we roll with the PGF, it is a work in progress to some extent. We even had a rule change right now, potentially in the middle of the draft. So it adds a crazy amount of excitement. Jett Thompson will be that dude, though, that number 1 overall pick. It will always be said, the number 1 overall pick in the 2025 PGF draft, Jett Thompson. You can be sure he'll have a target on his back throughout the process.
So something to really think about. We already talked about Team Varela and Team Canuto a little bit. Team Varela, their whole team is staying here the whole time. So they're going to be able to be working out at 10th Planet Henderson, Las Vegas. And so they can really be able to build a team like Mike John was talking about. Team Canuto, all of them are staying here except for Rafael Ferreira. So again, they can really have a good chance at building that relationship.
So, Egg, one more thing for you, right? I look at some of your tiers, right? And where can people find your data, by the way?
Oh, eggheadwarrior.com.
Okay. So, and when I look at Team Mica, right, and I look at your tiers, right, their highest tiered guys are Zach Schneider and JJ Bowers, tier 3. JJ Bowers as T3er was a coveted athlete here today.
Well, again, I think that's a question of how many matches he has at that adult level. At the 2024 ADCC, he won the 17 and under for his weight class, while he was also competing in adult matches. Again, he has that really highlight, submission where he put Keith Krikorian to sleep, and everyone saw that. So that's a big flashing sign saying, take me. And he has a lot of potential. But at the same time, I ranked him a little bit lower just because he doesn't have the body of work at the adult level.
So, Tim, as you look at some of these teams, right, is there any team that sticks out to you? If forced, gun to your head, to pick a favorite, or pick a team if you had to go with today, what team are you going with?
I'm going with the New Hope Kings, 100%. All the teams are balanced pretty well, but New Hope is coming in with Jett Thompson. They picked up Anthony Gojani. They wanted Gojani. They wanted Molina. They wanted Juan Martinez. They basically got the guys that they were after, or at least that's what it appeared. I think they're going to have an advantage on that. Obviously, Jett is the guy to beat. Jett came into season 6 as like, hey, watch out for this kid. And now he comes into season 8 as the premier #1 elite athlete. The rest of the teams, they're balanced well. I wouldn't be surprised to see Team Mica put some good points on the board and at least stay in the hunt. If you could stay there for the first 3 weeks, you have a real good chance at getting your team in a position to win in the end.
So, Tim, when you get these athletes coming in that maybe you don't know as a coach, obviously in season 7, when it's all taking place in 1 week, you're limited in terms of your time. But in a situation like this, how do you go about getting to know a guy that you don't know so that you can maybe help guide him the proper way?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be up to the individual coaches. I've heard Robert Drysdale talk about it. He's got a particular approach. Obviously, Mica's going to have a way he wants it. It appears that Varela and Canuto already have some established relationships with the athletes on their teams. But, it can be a tricky thing to keep that relationship moving through the whole time. Look, are you going to help them with their technique as a coach? Yes, you can. Are you going to teach them this new radical whole game? No, you're not. And if you fall into that trap, you may end up messing with somebody's swing enough that they can't hit the ball anymore, right? So it's a very delicate balance for these coaches to keep the athletes motivated, keep them on their A game, not tinker with them too much. They throw them off the game.
Great golf analogy. So, Egg, I mean, if you were a coach, are you watching film on all the other 15 guys too to sort of prepare them to attack their opponents in the best way? Because this is a different rule set. It's a game, right?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, you just asked Egghead if I'd watch film. That's all I do. I mean, these amazing coaches, I do think a lot of them have relationships already with a number of the athletes, and so they already have an idea of what's going on. They might, outsource some film of their own guy, with their own teams. I mean, I think it's gonna be smart, but they might also just say, hey, play your game. Sometimes that's what the best thing to do is don't worry about the other guy's going to do. Just be the best you and have the belief that you will win and manifest it like Andy Varela does all the time.
So 150 matches are going to take place over 5 weeks. And then 20 athletes will become 8 in a playoff format that will begin September 10th. And that, correct me if I'm wrong, is all one day.
All one day.
Yeah.
And single elimination tournament?
That's right.
And how does the format, the typical regular season matches are 6-minute matches, right? Are the playoffs same length or are those jump to 10? Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot here.
I believe they jumped to 10, and then we do have an overtime where both persons get chances at each other's back.
Like EBI style overtime.
EBI style, but yes.
Yeah.
Essentially, you don't get to do the armbar position, so you have to start on the back.
Gotcha.
But essentially, they will have a chance at either submitting each other or having the right time.
And BMAC talks a lot about sort of this game and what athletes can take their jiu-jitsu skill sets and apply it to this game. Thank you, Tim Freeman, by the way. We appreciate you. Great work out of you, as always. But in terms of the regular season rules, right, we haven't talked too much about that. So for those of you joining us that maybe aren't too familiar with the greatest show on the jiu-jitsu planet, right, the match duration, the regular season, 6 minutes per match, submissions only. Draw doesn't do anything for anybody. Might as well both lose, right? A choke submission or a kill is 6 points. Joint lock submissions, breaks, 3 points. Just fascinating, right? If you submit someone in the first minute, an additional point, right? But the whole point, draws yield 0 points. We are joined by the legend. I'll shut my mouth now. What an event, man. This is bananas. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like Tim has a big old head. Dude.
We got you.
How could this happen?
Yeah, you got a little head.
How can somebody be born that way? All right, here we go. Man, that was madness. So a couple of little wrinkles they tried to throw my way, right?
I think you did a great job going back on that and making the absolute right decision.
Yeah, it was the right. You know, in the moment, I was like, oh, yeah, great TV. It's his money, right? And then I walked to the back of the room and I was like, wait, there's way too many ways to game this down the road. And so, commissioner stuff. Sometimes I got to make the call that upsets some people, but nobody was too upset.
No, you handled it perfectly. You got the entertainment, exciting moment, and you did the right thing. Handled perfectly.
And my favorite moment, though, was Andy's math dilemma.
I tell you, and without Egg, how about this guy locked in up here?
It was just funny. He kept asking whoever his accountant was behind him, but apparently they didn't bring the calculator.
Bro, the best part is he brought a guy to do his math for him, and he still can't do math. It was unbelievable. One of my favorite things that's ever happened in PGF history. I was howling, dude.
Unbelievable. So as you look at these teams, BMAC, to put you on the spot here, right? Keevan got him up for you.
Okay.
Who do you like? Who jumps out at you?
So honestly, I've been running so crazy. This is my first time seeing all the teams like actually laid out beside each other. So let's have a look at it here. So we got Canuto's got Mash, Wirth, Chris. What a dresser, dude.
Dude, how about that white jacket? Forget about it.
Come on.
Forget about it.
This kid, can you believe Rafael
dude
sent the bid, like it sparked a bidding war?
It's unbelievable.
Good choice, though. Honestly, if I was one of the coaches, I'm looking at that kid as definitely one of my top 5, maybe one of my top 3.
Oh, he was in my top 4.
Yeah.
Completely. I mean, after that PGF Season 8 Las Vegas qualifier, I mean, he just puts a pace on people, just relentless. And with the PGF format where you have the 3 matches in a night, he's just going to tire people out.
Yeah.
And great on the microphone. You talk about these opportunities for these athletes to become stars. He's 30 years younger than me. He could have done a better job than me on the mic. Every moment for him was great on the microphone, and I think some of that will translate to the mat.
Dude, what'd you think when he's like, yo, I don't need the money, but I'll take it?
Dude, and then in the back, he's like, I'm well off. I'm like, okay,
let's
kid.
go, champ. Like, dang. So we got him and then Hilton. So that's a good squad. Drysdale. Jett Thompson, the record breaker, dude. What, 7,700? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jett Thompson. That was, now I'm no Andy Varela, but I believe that's 51% of the budget.
Very good.
Correct? Jett, go John. See, I feel like people were sleeping on Go Johnny a little bit.
I feel like we all do. You do too. No,
he's a lot of fun. He's very unorthodox, a little crazy, but he just didn't have a lot of wins against the other competitors, and he's also from New York, and so he's not as well known. I think that's what hurt his value here.
Yeah, I think he's going to do some damage, man. I think he's a potential top 8. I really do. We'll see. I've been wrong in the past, only twice though that I can recall. Anthony Molina Valdez.
There you go. His name's spelled right, by the way.
Yeah,
I never saw it spelled incorrectly.
Hey, listen, he had a little chip on his shoulder. He needed to get mad at something. He's like, I'll make up something where somebody misspelled my last name. So I'm cool with it. Juan Martinez, I was happy to see that he actually got a little like miniature bidding war going for him. That's a super value pick, and it's a guy that understands the PGF rule set. Right. He was a playoff. He made the playoffs in season 4. He understands the PGF rules. I think that's a great pickup for them. Dom Lobo probably got more Instagram views off of his highlight reel at Combat Jiu-Jitsu than anybody that I've ever posted on my page. That kid is a finisher. Eddie Bravo told me personally, this guy will have the best guard in the world. He's going to shock some people. Eddie Bravo is investing personally in this kid, and he believes in him all the way. I think he's a steal. I think he got walked, then he goes for the league minimum. Absolute steal. That's a great pickup for that team. This is a power team right here. Drysdale team's a power team. Mica got a power team too, though, man. JJ Bowers, the kid, getting paid, cashing up. Zach Schneider, how much did Zach go for?
He went for 2,300. Just
steal.
Absolute
steal. That kid's a murderer. Robert Blackledge. Mica knows him. He knew he was getting a steal. You see, he laid low. He let everybody else play $1,000 for him. And he goes, maybe 1,100. Perfect. Great play by Mica. CJ Murdoch also got slept on. Chandler, how much did Chandler go for?
3,800 because he was the last guy, so he got what was left. So it was actually a benefit.
Yeah,
20th.
Play on. And then Varela got Mike John. I call Mike John MVP. I was in Mexico calling the action when he was the MVP for the combat jiu-jitsu team duels. He was an absolute murderer. He's clutch. He's got PGF experience. He's in his weight class this season. He's a phenomenal pickup. I absolutely, no question about it, unless something goes crazy. And it is sports. It could go crazy, but unless something goes mad, Mike John will be in the playoffs. Mark my word, absolutely. Brady Branscombe, another strong pickup. Armin coming in as a little bit of a sleeper. He's kind of quiet. Didn't speak up for himself too much. Ended up getting him a little underpaid, maybe.
That's right. And the other thing is,
how much did he go?
He went for 1,400.
Underpaid. I think that's a value play. Armin's very tough. This is the steal of the draft. Landon Elmore. Mark my words, that's the steal of the draft. People are sleeping on him because he was young. People are sleeping on him because he's a blue belt. This kid is a finisher, and he can finish in a flash. He's exciting. He's fun to watch. Landon Elmore, keep your eyes on this kid. He will be a star by the end of the season. And, of course, Christos Papadelos, the man with the golden tongue, he got up there and drove his own price up, and everything he said was factual. He wasn't exaggerating. He wasn't using hyperbole. This kid has the experience in the PGF rule set more than anybody else here on the roster. Absolutely a great pickup for that squad.
You had to love hearing him talk about his taking your rule set and applying it.
Of course I love it. Are you kidding me? I can't wait till the PGF rule set's in every elementary school in America, and it will be.
So we talked a little bit about the regular season rules. And for those of you who maybe haven't caught all of the PGF, tell me about like the throwing the flag. Tell people about what we do when people are stalling.
Listen, we don't have any room for stalling in the PGF. We're going to give you 20 seconds to get to work. We're doing our best to refine and define what that stalling rule means, how we identify stalling. But we'll put 20 seconds on you. And if you get called for stalling, the flag flies out on the mat, the whistle blows, you got called for stalling. We want you to feel embarrassed that this happened. Get down on the all fours position. This guy, we're going to put him in referee's position, and we're going to give him about as close to a submission as we can give him without allowing him to lock in the rear naked choke. So that's the way we play the game. You know, a lot of people talk about how jiu-jitsu it's too boring to watch. Not in the PGF, baby. Not in the PGF. We keep that thing moving. 6 minutes, 20-second shot clock. If you get penalized 3 times and it goes to the end of the match, you're out of there. Your opponent gets 2 for the DQ. You're DQ'd for 3 stalling penalties. And if you get 5 during the match, get off the mat. The match stops immediately. You're not here to do what we're here to do.
And I will say, there was not a ton of stalling, right? The athletes buy into the rule set. They know what they're getting when they come here. So I think the rule set sort of dictates the competition in a lot of ways, which I like it.
Again, everything is an incentive to actually get out there and go after the submission. 6 minutes, it's not a lot of time to go up against a good guy and get a submission. So you have to move fast. And also, if you get a draw, it starts to wear on you. You start talking to some of these PGF vets, they see they got a goose egg and everyone else is moving up the ladder.
And you know something, man? So the difference, 2 different gauntlets. We got the season 1 and the season 8 gauntlet.
Yes.
Week by week by week. Seasons 2 through 7, all smash into 1 week. Power gauntlet. Physically, the 1 week is going to be harder on the athletes. But mentally, this full NFL style season is going to be harder on the athletes. Imagine you come out, it's the start of week 4. I got 3 points on the board. I'm in 14th place. I'm feeling like I'm out of the playoffs. My elbow's sore. I start telling myself stories about how I don't have to show up this week. Maybe It's going to be very tough on these athletes. This is a whole new level of gameplay.
And you're not just competing for yourself. Egg talked a lot about the dynamics with coaches and athletes that are based in Vegas, some that are going to come here to live. Obviously, some of us as commentators, it's easy for us to come in and out of Dodge. But do you think most of the athletes are going to be boots on the ground in Vegas for the majority of this time?
The majority of them, yes. And the ones that aren't boots on the ground, they're close enough to make a reasonable drive. Like JJ he's going to come from Arizona. He's got like a 4-hour drive each week.
Gotcha. And it is interesting too, right? Where I love the comparison of the two gauntlets, but you also have this 4 weeks from today is week 1, right? So you also have this 4-week period. I asked him the same question, but as a coach, which you are, I mean, where do you begin to sort of navigate these 4 weeks with these athletes to try to put them in the best position to succeed in week 1?
Well, first things first, I got to look at the matchups. So now that the teams are set, we know you're going to play everybody that's not on your team. So now the teams are set, we know for sure Matt Mash is going to fight Jett Thompson. We know for sure Matt Mash is going to fight Zach Schneider. There's no hiding from anybody on the roster. The only people Matt Mash is not going to fight are Jordan Wirth, Chris Olivo, Rafael Ferreira, and Brady Hilton. Everybody else is going to get it. And 15 matches, man, there's a lot of ways that this could shake out. The only way that you're going to end up playing your teammate is if you both are in the top 8 and make the finals September the 10th live here in Las Vegas.
A lot of these athletes have faced each other before. We talked a little bit about J.J. Bowers and was it Juan Martinez, right? Juan Martinez submitted him with, what is it, a gag, something?
It was a triangle.
Triangle, gag reflex.
Yeah.
Boom.
So that was fascinating to me. Even though we did the right thing, you did the right thing and didn't allow that to happen. J.J. Bowers, who was the victim of that submission, trying to throw some of his cash at Juan Martinez strategically to put him on that team. I can't wait to see those guys face off.
And you know what, dude? How about the little sweetheart J.J. Bowers willing to give up his money to make the play that he could for his team? I love that, man. That's a team player. That's a guy who's here to win it, not just for himself, but for his people.
Yeah, I hear you. And no part of that you think is him trying to avoid Juan. He just wants a killer on his team.
Well, he just who knows better than him what Juan's capable of? Mm-hmm. That's the guy I want on my team. Look, we could be enemies when this is over. We're trying to take this thing to the house, you know?
So we're talking about matchups, and we're talking about the difference between the gauntlet of the week and this gauntlet. But as soon as we had the matchup, because we had to go to the matches the next time, I guess here's the question. When are we going to get the schedule?
Within the next 24 hours.
And so
as soon as I get a little food in the old guts here, your boy's going to sit down out on the back porch of the castle, and we're going to put that schedule together. I'll have it out in the next 24 hours.
Outstanding.
It's unbelievable.
4 weeks to play with as a fan, too. That's what's so cool. And did we talk about the fantasy at all?
We did, but I was
just
about
a
to
little
go there
bit
again.
Go ahead.
No, please.
No, let me go ahead and take it.
So we were the fantasy corner in season 7, me and my guy Egg. It is going to be so wildly different in season 8.
It's real fantasy now.
I talked about your expert coding. I hope forgive me.
Oh,
but
God, no.
I mean, just get into a little bit about it's so impressive. Just talk to me about what you built and what this fantasy league is going to be all about.
Well, it's just going to be exactly like all the other fantasy sports that you're used to playing. And what I love about having the fantasy league, and we saw this from the beginning, the fantasy league was part of the PGF from the very beginning. It's actually how we met Egg. He was playing fantasy, and he probably wouldn't have even watched except for the fact that, they got a fantasy league? He starts rubbing his hands together. He jumps in there, and eventually we're like, this guy's got a 22-pound brain. He's only claiming 20. Let's bring him on and have him be part of like the analysis. So I think the fantasy is just such a great way to engage and to get people who may not necessarily want to sit and watch. Look, man, fantasy baseball, you don't sit and watch every game of the baseball season.
Exactly.
You're not watching every MLB game, but you're playing fantasy every day. It's just a great way to get involved. And I'll tell you what, man, let's get a bunch of people signed up. I'll find some cash to give away for the winner of the fantasy. I guarantee you there's some cash to give away.
You can be sure I'll be playing. I had a decent first day.
You're disqualified from winning, but you can play.
That's fair. I'll pay it forward just like J.J. Bowers. You can be sure. So I'm really excited for this season. Anything else from you, Egg, before we move things forward?
Well, just remember, fantasy.pgf.world. And I keep thinking about more like it like fantasy football because it's a weekly event. And so you're going to have time to ruminate, to think about those picks. And here's another thing you think about is that, maybe you're a Juan Martinez fan because you're at Childress BJJ in Pueblo. And so you're a fan for him. But if you play fantasy, And all of a sudden you start caring about everyone else.
That's right.
It just makes it more engaging, more fun to watch all the matches.
BMAC, as I look at this roster, I can't wait to go back and look at some of the coaches that had relationships with athletes that didn't go to their coach.
You know what? Canuto was telling me ahead of time. He's like, I'm bidding on all Drysdale's guys, which, you know what's funny? That's the draft and the gamesmanship of stealing from a guy. That's exactly what got Zoe involved in the first place. That was the thing that he fell in love. And for me, this is just as much fun as the games. Like just doing the sports analysis and like picking how's the draft going to shake out, how's the schedule going to play out, who's going where in the fantasy, who's on the bubble. This is my favorite part, man. I always say that the PGF is everything that you love about sports plus jiu-jitsu, and the draft and the fantasy league are a huge part of that.
Well, it takes it to a whole nother level. And for those of us that aren't necessarily married to the game of jiu-jitsu, like me, it creates a whole nother level of interest. And you think about guys, right, who can have a fantasy squad. Let's say you don't catch week 1 Wednesday night. You wake up Thursday morning, seeing how your dudes do, go chasing some of the highlights on the PGF YouTube channel. It creates a world, and I'm just fascinated. The month of July going into August is going to be bananas.
It's going to be bananas, man. We got PGF starting opening day. Let's call it opening day. Don't you feel like that feels sports, right?
Opening day.
Opening day.
July 23rd.
July the 23rd. Every Wednesday is jiu-jitsu night. Every Wednesday, July the 23rd through August the 20th. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to know who our playoff athletes are. During that break, my man Craig Jones going to come to us with CJI. I'll be there for that too. I'll be on the mic for CJI. And then after CJI, right back to the PGF playoff. Nice synergy, working together to drive the jiu-jitsu community to heights that it's never been to before, my man.
It's unbelievable. So week 1, opening day, July 23rd is a Wednesday. That will be live and free on the PGF YouTube channel. 5 straight weeks of the regular season, commencing on September 10th with the playoffs, which is top 8 guys in a bracket. Winner goes home that same
That's right. Seeded bracket, however you shake out. We'll have a number 1 seed based on how he played out. We'll have a number 8 seed based on how it played out.
Incredible. Kamish, anything else from you before we get out of here?
You know what, man? I got Tim back there with Raph right now. They've already started the post show.
Beautiful.
Why don't you just throw it over to my boys?
Send it right to them. We appreciate you all being with us. For everybody behind this tremendous Professional Grappling Federation World Team, this was the 2025 PGF Draft. More to come. Can't get enough of this. Let's send it to the boys in the post show. We'll see you July 23rd.